Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors and Armstrong Cable, presents the South Union Township Sports Network this evening. From Mustang Field, it's live coverage of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs against the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars high school football action. Hi, everybody. Brian Morozak with Tony Hanola and Jerry Dupain, and welcome you aboard for tonight's high school football game. South Union Township Sports Network coverage brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, Brian Morozak with Tony Hanola and Jerry Dupain. We'll be back with the lineups for both teams and some more pregame festivities right after these messages.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Did you know that colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer in America, or that it can be prevented by removing polyps during a 30-minute colonoscopy? At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologists, Drs. Ruthart Calabrese-Hoppy and I, encourage you to consider a screening colonoscopy. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialists.com.
Are you getting collection calls, finding bills in the mail you can't pay? Are you expecting shutoff or foreclosure notices? If you're in financial trouble, you need to know that there is help under the law that will help protect you and your assets. Hi, this is Attorney Chuck Zebley with Zebley, Mahaloth & White. Allow us to help you protect yourself. If you're in debt and have no way out, let us help you understand your options under the federal bankruptcy laws. Filing bankruptcy is not the end of the road. For many, it's a fresh start and a new beginning. So give our office a call today, 724-439-9200, or visit our website at zeblaw.com. Zebley, Mahaloth & White in Uniontown, local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life.
Zebley, Mahaloth & White. It's gonna be all right.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, CPAs in Uniontown. We'd like to wish the Laurel Highlands boys football team and their coaches on having a successful football season this year.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not...
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can direct your attention to the field.
We're back here at Mustang Field here on the South Union Township Sports Network. They're readying for some senior night festivities, not for football senior night, but for some of the other athletic fall sports that'll be honored before the start of the game broadcast, before the game today. We have Laurel Highlands 5-1 overall, 2-1 in conference play. Rich Colasar in his third year as the head coach of the Mustangs. Thomas Jefferson 3-1 overall, 1-1 in conference play. And you look at this series, and actually we're going to turn it down. They're going to be honoring some seniors down there. We're going to turn it over to our public address announcer for some of these senior night festivities here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Megan is escorted by her parents, Jim and Lisa. Megan's accomplishments include 4-year letter winner for the boys varsity golf team, 3-year team captain, 4-time WPIAL finalist, 2019 individual section champion, 2021 county girls champion, 4-time all-county, 2-time all-area golfer, captain of the cheer squad, member of the National Honor Society, the Penn State 4.0 Club, highest honors every quarter, and voted best leader by her senior class. Megan recently finished 10th in the WPIAL Individual Championships yesterday at Hannestown Golf Club. What Megan will miss about being a Mustang is traveling to the away games with the cheerleaders and to the away matches with her golf teammates. Her future plans include playing collegiate golf, major in chemistry, and she's undecided on a school. Ladies and gentlemen, Megan Joyce. The next senior golfer is Garrett Basilak. Garrett is escorted by his parents, Brian and Chrissy Basilak. Garrett's proudest accomplishment as a Mustang is winning the finance competition his junior year in Mr. Bryson's finance class. What Garrett will miss most about being a Mustang is the Laurel Highlands marching band. His future plans include attending Pennsylvania State University. Garrett Basilak. Our third golfer is Nicholas Gabriel, escorted on the field by his parents, Amy and Ron Gabriel. Nick's proudest accomplishment is being on Hometown HQ, which he will be on tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. on KDKA. Set your TiVos. What Nick will miss most about being a Mustang is all the amazing extracurricular activities. Nick's future plans include going to college and majoring in business. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Gabriel. Our final senior member of the golf team is Max Sperry. Max is escorted by his parents, Phil and Leanne. Max's proudest accomplishment is participating in the WPIAL golf qualifier in the second year of playing golf. What Max will miss most about being a Mustang is all the happy memories that he made in school activities. His future plans, Max intends to go to West Virginia University and study engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Max Sperry. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our golf seniors. And now, our JROTC cadets. The first senior is Shakaya Gray. Shakaya is being escorted by her mother, Cheryl Gray, her sister, Shaniqua, and her niece, Amara. Her proudest accomplishment is being the first member of the ROTC to be on the homecoming court and winning Homecoming Queen. She's also extremely proud to being second in command and winning multiple awards and ribbons in ROTC. What she will miss most about being a Mustang is being a part of amazing things like the ROTC. Her future plans include going to the Air Force Reserves and becoming a travel nurse. Ladies and gentlemen, your homecoming queen, Shakaya Gray. Our next senior is Marshall Henry. He's being escorted on the field by his parents, Tracy Henry and Scott Henry. Marshall's proudest accomplishment is completing his Eagle Scout project. And Marshall says, what he will miss most about being a Mustang are the friendships that he made while he was in school. Yay. His future plans include becoming an underwater welder. Marshall Henry. Our next senior is Bryce Harn. Bryce is joined on the field by his parents, Brett and Amanda Harn, and his brother, Brennan. Bryce's proudest accomplishment is joining the ROTC and participating in community service. What he will miss most about being a Mustang is being able to see his friends every day at school. His future plans include going to college and joining the Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, Bryce Harn. Our next cadet is Blake Hart. He is joined on the field by his mother, Anna, his sister, Angel, his sister, Beth, his brother, Christian, his nieces, Talia and Titi, and his nephew, Devontae. Blake's proudest accomplishment is making it to his senior year in high school. What he'll miss most about being a Mustang is all his friends that he made during the time in high school and his JROTC training days. Blake's future plans include joining the United States Army. Let's hear it for Blake Hart. Our next senior is Dante Martin. Dante is joined on the field by his mother, Melanie Lewis, and his grandmother, Carolyn Stratiff. Dante's proudest accomplishment is maintaining a positive attitude. What Dante says he'll miss most about being a Mustang is being in the JROTC and being around all his friends. His future plans include becoming a massage therapist. Our next senior is Mason Jacob Madero. Mason is joined on the field by his mother, Wanda Weiland, his brother, Robert, and his girlfriend, Alyssa. Mason's proudest accomplishment is being an active member of the JROTC and trying to challenge himself to be better. What he'll miss most about being a Mustang is his time on the drill in rifle teams. Mason's future plans are to attend Carnegie Mellon University with a major in history and become a member of the university's Naval ROTC. Ladies and gentlemen, Mason Madero. Our next senior is Veronica Shields. She is joined on the field by Master Sergeant Servone. Veronica's proudest accomplishment is getting accepted into Indiana University of Pennsylvania and winning the Rising Star in Culinary Arts. Veronica's future plans are becoming a chef. Ladies and gentlemen, Veronica Shields. Our next senior is Austin Sova, escorted by his mother, Jennifer Sova, and his father, Daniel Sova. Austin's proudest accomplishment is attaining the rank of Squadron Commander. What Austin will miss most about being a Mustang is his AF JROTC squadron. Austin's future plans are to become a pilot in the Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, Austin Sova. Before I announce our last senior, I'll call your attention to the field. On the field, our Laurel Highlands Superintendent, Jesse Wallace, High School Principal, John Diamond. Assistant High School Principal, Randy Mancini. Assistant High School Principal, Michael Kalich. And school board members, Tom Lamon, Kim Renzi, and Melvin Seppet, who are on the field to greet our seniors this evening. Our last senior is Cameron Tate. Cameron is joined on the field by her parents, Dana Campbell, her father, Matthew Tate, and her stepdad, Daniel Campbell. Cameron's proudest accomplishment is getting a national award in junior ROTC. What you'll miss most about being a Mustang is hearing the Laurel Highlands band play at halftime of football games. Cameron's future plans are to pursue a career in the medical field. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for all of our senior golf team members and ROTC members. Thank you.
And now, from the Department of Fine Arts, from the Department of Fine Arts, on the campus of Laurel Highlands High School, under the direction of Mark Santor and Lauren Stewart, we're proud to present the pride of Laurel Highlands, the Mustang Marching Band. The auxiliary captains this year are Victoria Matrician for the Silks and Cece Shad for the Majorettes. Pregame field commander Kendra Firestone. Mustang fans, clap along as the band plays Fight Mustang.
Jefferson tonight.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the playing of the Laurel Highlands High School honor? The alma mater tonight is being conducted by Mark Santor, Director of Bands at Laurel Highlands High School.
We'll step aside for a quick timeout. We'll keep it right here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Highlands High School Air Force Junior ROTC. To honor our veterans, the cadets are also displaying a large American flag that has proudly flown over our county and was generously donated by the United Veterans of Fayette County. Singing the national anthem this evening is Maggie Knight. And now would you join us as we honor America?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light one so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets raging, the bombs bursting in air, came proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does thou star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Back here at Mustang Field now for your starting lineups being brought to you by Southwestern Gastrointestinal Specialists. Here's Tony.
All right, for the visiting Thomas Jefferson Jaguars, who come in 3-1 overall, 1-1 in conference. Head coach is Bill Cherpak. Their starters today at left tackle will be Nick Bryan. The left guard will be Peyton Kruger. Center will be Nick Florian. The right guard, Logan Timko. The right tackle, Owen Meyer. And the tight end will be Jordan Mayer. The wide receivers will be Sean Sullivan and Joe Mendick. The fullback will be Isaac Eckley. Starting at tailback will be Connor Murga. And the quarterback tonight will be Joe Lexi. For the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, defensively, they're going to switch today to a 5-2 defense in tonight's game. On the ends will be Hunter Hines and A.J. Sumter. The tackles will be Jaden Tucker and Caleb Glebus. And at nose tackle will be John Deek. The two outside linebackers will be Dan Carney and Billy Barton. Cornerbacks will be Rodney Gallagher and Hunter Kuzier. The strong safety, Keandre DeShields, and the free safety will be Jaden Pratt. Defensively for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars, the defensive ends, Connor Murga and Jordan Mayer. The defensive tackles, Nick Bryan and Peyton Kruger. The linebackers will be McLean Flynn, Cameron Egerton, and Isaac Eckley. The defensive backfield will be, the corners will be Angelo Volumino and Aiden Whalen. Free safety, Joe Lexi, and the strong safety will be Ryan Lowry. Offensively for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs tonight will be left tackle will be Colton Cole. Left guard will be Billy Barton. The center will be Caleb Glebus. The right guard will be Jaden Tucker. Right tackle, A.J. Sumter. Tight end will be Caden Friel. The wide receivers will be Jaden Pratt, Joe Chambers, Keandre DeShields, and Matt Lucas. Starting at fullback will be John Deek. The running back tonight will be Dan Carney, and starting at quarterback will be Rodney Gallagher.
Another full house out here, Tony, tonight at Mustang Field as Laurel Highlands takes the field here tonight. One of four Big 8 conference games. Bell Vernon at Ringgold tonight, McKeesport at West Mifflin, and Trinity actually out of the conference tonight playing a 6-0 team from District 9 in Clearfield.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. This is a big game here, as we said, and Thomas Jefferson had a week off to prepare, and as we said with Coach Cherpak, you know he's going to have this team fired up and ready to go because they need to get back into the race, being one game behind Bell Vernon here early on in this conference play.
Mustangs wearing the all blues here today with white numbers, a little bit of red trim. Thomas Jefferson in the away whites, black pants, black numbers, and gold trim for the Jaguars on the far sidelines. And Tony, we found out about 2 hours ago another game tonight involving a Fayette County team was scratched due to some COVID issues. Brownsville and Mount Pleasant not taking place tonight. We already know Uniontown, they were scheduled to play Wash High tonight. That game got canceled earlier in the week due to the fact that Washington canceled all of their athletics this week due to some COVID issues they had inside the district.
Yeah, and Washington canceled, and Uniontown hasn't played for 2 weeks now, so you feel kind of bad for Coach Keith Jeffrey and the boys down there. They were ready to go and looked like they were turning some things around, and now they're going to have to be canceled for a couple of weeks, and be interesting to see if they can even play next week as well.
Yeah, they're scheduled to play Carrick next week down at Couple Stadium. They already picked up a win over Carrick earlier on this season at Bill Power Stadium, but we were told earlier on this week that the folks at the City League, one of the reasons the Uniontown-Brashear game got canceled last week, City League teams cannot play teams from outside the City League that have any active COVID cases, and Uniontown's had a couple of COVID issues as well, so we'll see what transpires over the next week if Uniontown can even play a game next week as well.
Yeah, and that's a shame, because especially for the seniors, you want to see them get a little bit of action, get some time in. They put a lot of time in over the summer and tried to get back into action, but like I said, having 2 or 3 weeks off kind of cancels their whole season all the way around, really.
Other Fayette County games tonight, Connellsville down at Greater Latrobe. The Fraser Commodores, they have homecoming tonight in Perryopolis. They're hosting Chartiers Houston, and the Tri-County South tonight. Bentworth at West Green, California at Jefferson Morgan. Mapletown at Avella, and Monessen at Carmichael's tonight. Captains heading out to the center of the field, and we have Doug Saltzman down there for the coin toss. I don't see Doug out on the field.
Yeah, what's Doug doing? Come on, Doug.
Thought we were going to have Doug for the coin toss here tonight.
Might be getting a pretzel or something.
I don't know. So it looks like we do not have Doug for the coin toss. We'll let you know what transpires here. And again, an important game for Laurel Highlands as well. We knew it was going to be a little bit of a tough stretch with everything going on, but if the Mustangs can play another competitive game tonight, I think it really bodes well for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and really, Brian, they played a nice first half last week, and as we said, that turnover with about 2 minutes to go kind of gave Bell Vernon a little momentum going into halftime. And again, Coach Humbert made some defensive adjustments and did some things offensively as well to halftime. And we said Bell Vernon came out and outscored Laurel Highlands 44-7. So that's a big deal. And like I said, hopefully the Mustangs can be competitive against a very good team as always, Thomas Jefferson here tonight.
And the Jags will get the football to defend the goal to our right. And the Mustangs will send it away with Harry Radcliffe. Thomas Jefferson expected to have Sean Sullivan, Angelo Volumino, and Connor Murga back deep to receive.
Yeah, this will be an important first drive for the Mustangs defensively to try to get some momentum starting out this game. If they can stop this high-powered Thomas Jefferson offense right off the bat, it'll be a good sign for them to start.
And Lexi's done a nice job at the quarterback position for Thomas Jefferson so far this season. 316 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, also 324 yards rushing and 7 touchdowns on the ground. Remember, the Jags have only played 4 games this season. They didn't have a week 0 game. They didn't play last week. The Mustangs have played 6 already as Radcliffe sends it away, and we're underway from Mustang Field. And the kickoff actually fumbled there on the far side, loose ball, and then regaining there for Thomas Jefferson and taking it back to the 26-yard line, and that was number 11 there, Sean Sullivan on the return. So the Jags will start here 1st and 10. They'll actually place it just shy of the 27-yard line. And again, Connor Murga expected to be the tailback behind Joe Lexi. Isaac Eckley, the fullback. Sullivan and Mendak, the 2 wide receivers. Ball on the right hash mark. Again, for you folks on the radio side, Thomas Jefferson working right to left as we describe it. And it will be Lexi out of the shotgun, has Murga off to his left, triple left formation to the wide side of the field on this 1st and 10. Snap taken by Lexi, hangs in the pocket, single coverage, and Sullivan beat his man, and he's on the loose inside the 30, inside the 20, and Sullivan on the opening play from scrimmage will take it for a Thomas Jefferson touchdown from 73 yards out. Lexi to Sullivan. Wow.
Well, and you can see what 2 weeks of preparation will do. I'm sure Laurel Highlands was thinking that Thomas Jefferson's going to run that ball to start this game, and all of a sudden Lexi dropped back, and you're right. Sullivan beat his defender on the backside and wide open for the touchdown pass.
So 73 yards in 17 seconds. And just like that, Thomas Jefferson leading Laurel Highlands 6-0. And now on for the extra point, Andy Graham. And he will send it through, and it's a 7-0 lead for Thomas Jefferson. 11:43 left here in the opening quarter. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Personal injury can come in many forms. No matter what your injury, the attorneys at Davis & Davis will personally meet with you to discuss your case, just like we have over the last 40 years. Trust your case to a local, experienced legal team. Trust Davis & Davis.
Well, that didn't take long. Just 17 seconds into the game, Joe Lexi to Sean Sullivan, 73-yard touchdown pass, and Thomas Jefferson with a 7-0 lead over Laurel Highlands. Now the Mustangs will get the football.
It's so much for that run-oriented offense that Thomas Jefferson runs.
This one gets sent away here by Andy Graham, and it'll go back to Rodney Gallagher, who has it here at the 10-yard line, coming near side at the 15-20, and Gallagher run out of bounds just shy of the 22-yard line. Rod a little feeling out of the Jag special teams there on that return. And we'll see what kind of an answer back Laurel Highlands has in a 7-0 hole here 25 seconds into the game.
Well, yeah, and I'll tell you what, Brian, as we said, thought they were going to run the ball. Lexi dropped back, and really there was single coverage on the backside, and Sullivan actually used his size and his speed to beat the LH corner.
Next was Hunter Kuzier over there for Laurel Highlands. And now Gallagher out of the shotgun as Dan Carney to his left. Triple left formation, and the Mustangs an inside run here to Carney, and they have struggled running the football from their halfback since they lost Eric Allen for the season with an injury. Allen, through a couple of weeks still, 326 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and no matter who else they've thrown back there, the production just has not been there.
Right, and he was essential, too, on defense, as we said before, Brian, for the Mustangs, and that was a huge loss for them this season. I think he would have been a real game difference in the game for the Mustangs.
2nd and 10, Rod's going to put it up across the middle of the ball, in and out of the hands of Matt Lucas. That's one Matt should have been able to hang on to.
Matt probably should have caught that, but I'll tell you what, number 1 on defense was bearing down on him. That was Ryan Lowry, and I'll tell you what, might have got away with a little headshot there.
A tough spot here for Laurel Highlands, trying to avoid a 3-and-outs on their opening possession of the game. Rod back out of the shotgun, twin receivers to each side as Carney to his left in the backfield. TJ with a lot of guys in the box as Lucas comes in motion to the far side, sets up in the slot left. In the line of scrimmage, Laurel Highlands 22 as Rod takes the snap. Hangs in the pocket, steps up, looking for running. A nice little sidestep. Look out here. Gallagher first down and more to the TJ secondary. And Rod takes it all the way up to the Laurel Highlands 47-yard line, 25-yard run, and a Mustang first down from Rodney Gallagher.
And I'll tell you what a move he put on that linebacker right there. Rodney just came up and shook him to the one side. I thought he was going to get tackled there for about a 5-yard gain, but Rodney showed his talent and his skills there on that play.
That's why he has so many Division I offers at this juncture of his Mustang career, middle of his junior season. Laurel Highlands spreads out the field again. Triple left formation to the wide side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 48, 1st and 10. Rod looking for room here on the near side. Floats it up. Pass was tipped and almost intercepted in and out of the hands of Keandre DeShields, and almost got picked off there by Joseph Lexi, the quarterback who was playing cornerback on the other side.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, that was a nice play by Matt Lucas there. He saw the tip and actually went after Lexi to try to knock it out of his hands, and did, and stopped Thomas Jefferson from intercepting that pass.
A wide receiver playing defensive back. Worked out well there for Laurel Highlands as they retained possession. Now 2nd and 10. Again here from the Thomas Jefferson 48-yard line. Mustangs little banana bunch out to the left, and Rod takes the snap, scrambles that way, throws on the run, down the field, and
nice
what a catch in traffic down to the 29-yard line from Jaden Pratt.
Beautiful catch right there, 23-yard gain. And Pratt just went up and showed his size right there and just outjumped everybody on the TJ end.
So a couple of nice plays on this drive. One, the run from Gallagher, and a nice catch there from Pratt. Rod limping a little bit going back into the Mustangs huddle, but I think he'll be all right. And Laurel Highlands now in TJ territory trying to answer back here at the Jags 29.
Yeah, picking up their second first down on this drive and eating some clock as well.
10-19 left here in the opening quarter. Might have had a personal foul. They're roughing the passer after the play. And we mentioned Rod was a little shaken up coming into the huddle, so tack another 15 on there. And that'll push the football all the way down to the 15-yard line. I did not see the flag, Tony, but apparently it was thrown.
Yeah.
And Laurel Highlands will take it. Now the line of scrimmage, the 15.
Well, and I tell you what, a score here makes Thomas Jefferson think a little bit, Brian.
I agree.
I'm sure they're coming in thinking, okay, we prepped for 2 weeks and we're ready to crush this team, but the Mustangs hanging tough right now.
Rod looking to run again inside the 15, spin move forward inside the 10, down to the 8. Gallagher picking up 7, that'll bring up 2nd and 3. In the last couple of formations, Laurel Highlands a little more in tight there. Brought in twins both to the slot, those mini banana bunches. And now 2nd, we'll call it a long 3. Actually put the ball down at the 9-yard line. Again, they'll stick in tight here. Gallagher with Carney off to his right. Rod takes the snap. Now rolls out to the near side. Pressure coming. Heaves it and just throws it out of bounds. Closest wide receiver there was Matt Lucas. And again, Rod took a little bit of a shot after he released the football.
He did take a shot. And I'll tell you what, nice play, though, by Gallagher to get rid of that ball and save the loss because he had a couple Thomas Jefferson defenders right in his face.
And they're bearing down on him for sure.
Yeah, that was Connor Murga putting the heat on Gallagher there.
It's now 3rd down. They're having some issues with the scoreboard. You might be seeing it with our score hub not reacting to it either. It's 3rd down and 4. Again, we're plugged into the scoreboard here at Laurel Highlands. Triple right set as Rod takes the snap. He's rolling to the near side. Pressure in his face and trying to get out of it. And he's going to be sacked back at the 25-yard line. Did not see a flag there. Murga brought him down.
Rod's
it did appear like his face mask was being grabbed there by Murga.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely was grabbed there. I couldn't believe that they didn't call it. Murga was coming over the defender and grabbed Gallagher by the face mask. That was the only way that he stopped him.
They're going to try a long field goal here, bringing out Radcliffe for a 42-yard attempt.
Now, he knocked one in from 35 earlier in the year.
Caden Friel, late substitution here for the Mustangs. And a 42-yard attempt from the near hash mark to pull the Mustangs back to within 4. Now Brad Smith, another late substitution. Good to see Brad back in the lineup. Missed a few games for Laurel Highlands. Lining up here is the left guard. Play clock down to 3, down to 2, down to 1, and they finally get it away. It comes back. Radcliffe's kick has enough distance, and he'll hook it in there as the field goal's good. So a 42-yard field goal from Harry Radcliffe, and the Mustangs on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. 8:29 left here in the opening quarter. TJ 7, Laurel Highlands 3. We're back in 60 here on the CR Piranha Group High School Sports Tonight.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Back back here at Mustang Field. Kickoff sent away to Sullivan on the far side, and Sullivan looking for a big run back here for Thomas Jefferson across the 40 and takes it close to midfield. Finally brought down at the TJ 49. You remember back to last week as well, Tony. Bell Vernon had some nice returns against the Mustangs down at the beach, and there's TJ, another nice return, taking it back close to midfield.
Yeah, nice job by Sullivan. Actually just ran up the right sideline there the whole time, Brian. Kind of interesting that the Mustangs weren't able to pin him in or even try to kick him out of bounds, but he had a wall there, and nice return to get it out to the 49-yard line. Good start for the Jaguars.
Yeah, the Mustangs, the last drive capped off by Harry Ratcliffe, 42-yard field goal at the 8:29 mark of the opening quarter as Murga gets a couple of yards up the middle. Take it down to the Laurel Highlands 47 to give Murga 4. It was an 8-play, 53-yard drive for the Mustangs. It took 3:06 off the clock. Again, Radcliffe pulling Laurel Highlands back to within 7-3 of Thomas Jefferson. Now a 2nd and 6 here for the Jags, and they have it here at the Laurel Highlands 47-yard line. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola, Jerry Dupay behind the camera on the South Union Township Sports Network, Billy Dice behind the camera on the WMBS radio side, and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Lexi now going under center, 2 I-backs, twin receivers to the near side, and we'll send a man in motion to the far side of the field. And they'll keep it on the ground here. Another minimal pickup down to the 44-yard line. A little slow in getting up there. That's Murga again.
Nice tackle on the outside by sophomore Billy Barton. And Murga looks like he hurt that left ankle, and he's not getting up at all, Brian.
Murga came into the game, 34 carries, 313 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and he's walking off here, hobbling off. He's on just 1 foot, not a good sign there for Thomas Jefferson. Their backup tailback is Elias Lippincott, a 6'2", 210 sophomore, who has 148 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns so far this season.
That's a big loss. Murga had a big game earlier in the year against Trinity, 12 carries for 209 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he's a key part of this offense.
It'll be a 3rd and 3 after the Murga injury, 7:15 left here in the opening quarter. Now you have Lexi back in the shotgun, a protector back to each side. And Lexi will take the snap, little option run, he'll pull it down, look to keep it himself. The couple of blockers, turns the corner inside the 40, and Jaden Pratt finally runs him out of bounds just shy of the 35-yard line, and a late flag coming in.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a hold right there, Brian. It looked like, can't really tell who it was, but it looked like one of the linemen trying to spring Lexi. And they're going to call a penalty, and let's see what happens here.
TJ appears to be retreating a little bit.
Now it's going to go from a 3rd and 3. A spot foul there, so it looks like it's probably going to be about a 3rd and 7, maybe 3rd and 8.
Flag was thrown at the Laurel Highlands 39-yard line. And it is a holding penalty here against the Jags. So you're right, Tony. That should take it back right around the 49-yard line. So 3rd and 8. By the way, our head referee tonight, Denny Lauren. The umpire is Steve Assif. Brian Long is the head linesman. Chris Sarich is the line judge. Dean Laurie is the sign judge. And Bill Reed is the field judge.
Man, that's big right there because that 3rd and 3, Lexi had the first down. He was in good shape. But
they actually called a dead ball personal foul on Laurel Highlands as well after the play, Tony.
Wow.
So forget about the 3rd and 9. It will be a Thomas Jefferson first down.
Yeah, and that's just, you had him, you knew there was another penalty coming. And it was, you saw a little infraction on the sidelines. I didn't catch the number, but it looked like they were kind of jawing a little bit.
Well, Pratt took him out of bounds. I didn't think there was anything malicious about it, though, Tony.
No. But who knows if he might have said something after the tackle or whatever the case may be, but all of a sudden now, Thomas Jefferson able to continue this drive.
And over 1st and 10 now at the Laurel Highlands 35-yard line. And Lexi back out of the shotgun. They'll bring McLean Flynn in motion. And the handoff goes here to Elias Lippincott, who's the backup tailback, and he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. And the Mustangs, they know all about backup tailbacks after what Bell Vernon did to him last week.
Ooh. I'll tell you what, Gedico would be a starter for anybody in the WPIAL after that game he had last week. He had, 247 yards rushing.
He came into the game around 100 yards for the season. Here's Lippincott coming in at 148. And with the way Murga hobbled off, you have to wonder if he's going to be able to come back out here tonight for Thomas Jefferson.
I'm trying to see. I I can't imagine. I mean, it looked like he might have done some real damage to that ankle.
We do have Doug Saltzman on the sidelines. We'll see if Doug can maybe check in a little later and let us know the status of Murga for the rest of the game. Two I-backs behind Alexi, twin receivers to the far side. 2nd and 5 now from the Laurel Highlands 30, and it's a little pass there over to Sullivan. It was actually a lateral, but he'll take it forward down to the 20-yard line, enough for a first down. Needed 5, got 10, and it'll be 1st and 10 here from the Laurel Highlands 20.
Yeah, and a nice little play there, a little flanker screen, and you're right, it was a pass. I mean, a lateral, I'm sorry. So Sullivan picks up 10 yards rushing there.
And Doug has an injury update. Let's go down to Doug on the sidelines.
Yeah, I'm right behind the TJ bencher. Connor Turga, of course, plays both ways, starting running back, also an end on defense. He has got a plastic boot on that left, and I saw the training team wave him off as if he may not be going back in, at least not in this half. He's pretty down the dumps, as you might guess. Again, Connor Turga, number 23, starting RB, running back for TJ.
Thanks a lot, Doug, for that update. Now Thomas Jefferson with a 1st and 10 here from the 20-yard line. They'll go back to Lippincott inside the 10. A little cutback move. And look at down the 1-yard line. Finally spun down there by Keandre DeShields. 19-yard run for Lippincott.
And again, another first down for Thomas Jefferson. So they're going to have 1st and goal at the 1. And Lippincott, I'll tell you what right now, Thomas Jefferson doesn't look like they lose much with Lippincott coming in.
These heavyweight teams, Bell Vernon and TJ, plenty of depth. Next man up. They rolled Lippincott down at the 2. Now 1st and goal from the 2. Ball on the far hash mark. Again, Lippincott dotting the I. Lexi under center. They're in tight. And Lexi takes the snap. Handoff goes to Lippincott. He'll surge forward and reach. Did he get in? Waiting for a signal. Don't see it yet, Tone.
Are they going to say he was down?
Just shy.
He's maybe 6 inches away from the goal line there, Brian. If that, oh my. We'll give him what, 2 inches?
Yes. Got about 1 yard and 7/8.
I'll tell you what, better give it to him again. He did a lot of work on this drive.
I even see Lexi here with a QB sneak. We'll see Lexi under center, and there you go. Lexi keeps it himself into the end zone for a Thomas Jefferson touchdown, and the Jaguars lead now extended to 13-3 over Laurel Highlands with 4:18 left here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, just a nice drive, aided by that personal foul call. So he said the Mustangs would have had Thomas Jefferson in a 3rd and long, and that personal foul cost them.
And penalties have been the difference. And the Jags, who scored on their opening play from scrimmage, Lexi to Sean Sullivan on a 73-yard touchdown pass. Lexi now doing it with his legs after a couple of impressive runs from the backup tailback Elias Lippincott on the drive. And now finishing things off with the extra point is Andy Graham to make it 14-3 Jags. 4:18 left here in the opening quarter. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Personal injury can come in many forms. No matter what your injury, the attorneys at Davis & Davis will personally meet with you to discuss your case, just like we have over the last 40 years. Trust your case to a local, experienced legal team. Trust Davis & Davis.
We're back here at Mustang Field. Thomas Jefferson a 14-3 lead over Laurel Highlands. Joe Lexi a 1-yard touchdown run, capped off a 6-play, 51-yard drive. Took 4:03 off the clock. Extra point added by Andy Graham, who will now send it away here on another TJ kickoff, and it'll go back to the 8-yard line. Here's Rodney Gallagher again, working off to his right, trying to spin off a defender, but not much running room there. First ran into Bryce Heller and was finished off by Angelo Volamino on the play for Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, and good kick coverage right there. Pinned Gallagher in and didn't let him get on the outside, and able to stop him for a short return, only about 8 yards maybe.
You can tell this is a well-schooled Thomas Jefferson team.
Almost definitely. And as we said, 2 weeks to prep.
coming off the loss. Not the team you want to be playing. Defending state champs in Pennsylvania.
And not the practices I would want to be for 2 weeks either, because you know Coach Cherpak was not a happy fellow after that loss.
Gallagher out of the gun. That might be motion here. Yeah, penalty's going to be called here on Jaden Pratt. Little early movements. The 1st and 10 becomes the 1st and 15. The Mustangs have had a little success from some of those tight formations, at least on their last drive. But a penalty here to start this drive. Chris McLeod checking in on our live stream from San Antonio, Texas. Hello, Chris, tonight. Appreciate you tuning in. Mustangs trying to get things going here at the 4:09 mark of the opening quarter. No Steve Supert tonight, no Gary Frankhauser tonight. So Tony Hanola and I doing a simulcast on both WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network. Nice to have you along with us. 1st and 15, and they might get him again here, Tony.
Yeah, not a good start here to this. Oh, no, they called offside?
Offsides, you're right.
Wow. Now they got the 5 back.
Yes.
That's a 3rd penalty on Thomas Jefferson for a total of 30 yards. Laurel Highlands with 2 penalties for 20.
Still a lot of football to play. 4:09 left here in the opening quarter against Thomas Jefferson, a 14-3 lead over Laurel Highlands. The Mustangs will play their final home game of the season here next week against McKeesport. Only 3 home games for the Mustangs this year after they had to move one up to Southmoreland. Rod takes the snap, little play fake, rolls here to the near side, near the sideline, throws it down the field, man open, and Jaden Pratt has it for a Mustang first down at the 30-yard line, pickup of 12 to move the sticks there for Laurel Highlands. And the Mustang receivers have been very impressive this season. You look at some of the stats. Pratt, 13 receptions for $126 and 2 touchdowns coming into the game. Joe Chambers leading the Mustangs as far as receiving yards with 209, and Keandre DeShields leading in receiving touchdowns with 7.
And Keandre DeShields coming out playing for his first year ever playing football, and he's doing a great job for the Mustangs.
Only a junior. Now they'll bring Lucas in motion. Blockers here out in front of Rod as he pulls it down, looks to run, and takes it up to the 35-yard line, 4-yard pickup to bring up 2nd down and 6. And again, Gallagher throughout the course of the season, especially after Laurel Highlands lost Eric Allen for the season, has been the Mustangs' most productive rusher. And you look at the numbers Allen put up early in the year, Tone, through 3 games, 326 yards on the ground. And I don't think the rest of the Mustang tailbacks over the last 3 weeks have combined for even close to that.
No, not at all. And he actually, through the first, 3 games, Brian, he was averaging over 100 yards a game rushing.
Correct. Triple right formation here on this 2nd and 6. Gallagher takes the snap, rolls near side. They're coming after him, and a quick
nice
out.
Catch.
It's caught there by Matt Lucas right on the sidelines of the 46. An 11-yard pickup and another Laurel Highlands first down.
I'll tell you what, that was a great catch there by Lucas. Stretched out and good pass by Gallagher. The only person that was going to catch that pass was Matt Lucas, and he did a nice job.
You give Lucas a lot of credit, Tony. Not only playing football, he's playing soccer as well, and he's not playing football just as a kicker. He's going out there as a wide receiver.
Every bit of. He's a good athlete, though, Brian. It's nice to be young, I guess, right?
Yes, triple left formation to the wide side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 46. They'll split Lehue out in motion as Rod looks to the near side, throws on the run, and that pass a little underthrown, almost intercepted. Intended there for Keandre DeShields. Volumino in coverage defensively there for Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, Rod's, I think he's looking for a penalty. I don't know if he got hit after the play, but I know he was motioning to the referees for a flag.
He's getting beat up a little bit tonight. I think more on some of those pass attempts when he's releasing the football, getting hit there a little later just as he's releasing the ball more than on some of the runs. And TJ, their defenders, they pack a punch.
They're going to hit you. There's no doubt about that.
2nd and 10 now from the Laurel Highlands 46. Mustangs in tight again on that far side. With 3 receivers as Rod takes the snap. Little option. He'll keep it himself up the middle into TJ territory down to the 48-yard line. Got 6 to bring up 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, nice little play there by Gallagher. Just pulled the ball back out of Lehue's gut there and saw a little seam up the middle and able to pick up 6 quick yards.
And Doug has confirmed to us that Murga out for the rest of the game, as expected.
And I just hope it's not the rest of the season for him. It looked that ankle injury did not look good.
Again, we wish Murga the best. Also, our thoughts and prayers out to PA State Representative Matthew Dowling, who was involved in a car accident this past Wednesday. Hope Matt's doing well in his recovery out in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and our thoughts and prayers with his family. Lucas resets in the slot left. Gallagher takes the snap again out of the shotgun, 3rd and 4. Scrambles to the near side. He's going to pull it down, look to run, and will take it right out of bounds. Enough for Laurel Highlands. First down inside the 40. They'll roll him out at the 39-yard line. Needed 4, got 9 to move the sticks.
And a nice job by Gallagher. And a lot of heat on that backside. Thomas Jefferson bringing those ends. And I'll tell you what, I'm looking at, who's number 33 there, Brian? I don't have my roster handy, but he applied a lot of pressure on that outside end.
Jordan Mayer.
6'4",
236 junior.
I'll tell you what, he was close to snapping up Gallagher there, but Gallagher he felt the heat on the backside and able to pick up a nice 9-yard gain on the first down.
There's some big boys on the other side. Rod takes another snap. They're coming after him again. This time they're going to get him as Rod sacked. Back in Laurel Highlands territory at the 47-yard line, and that time Jordan Mayer got to him. For a big-time loss on the play. Line of scrimmage was the Laurel Highlands the TJ 39-yard line. That's going to be about a 13-yard loss all the way back to the 48.
Yeah, they're going to mark him off at the 48. Wow. And as we said, Mayer right on cue. Just came right in and almost bull rushed.
He heard you. He said, well, you said I didn't. I almost got to him. I want to make sure I get to him on the next play.
Yeah, he sure did. There's no doubt about that. So minus 13 on that one. Now it's 2nd and 23 for the Mustangs.
Twin receivers to each side. Leahy to the left of Gallagher in the backfield. 1:10 left here in the opening quarters. Rod takes the snap again. Flush to the near side. Throws on the run. Has a man at the TJ 40. It's Matt Lucas. 12-yard gain to get at least half of it back. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
Well, that's it. Just be patient. Pick up half and make it a little bit more manageable 3rd down.
It might be 4-down territory. Still in the opening quarter. You're down 11, and obviously, special teams, a big question mark.
Well, Radcliffe, if they can pick up maybe another 5 or 6 yards.
In a field goal.
Yeah, you might have a field goal attempt out of this.
But as far as punting from this position on the field, I don't know how much you gain.
Not a whole lot.
Triple left formation, 3rd and 11. Rod stepping up. Tough to run against that defensive front from Thomas Jefferson. And Rod will lose 5 back to the TJ 45. And that'll bring on the punting unit with 50 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
And Rod right there just had nowhere to go. They just bull rushed that whole defensive line, and the Mustangs couldn't pick him up quick enough, and Gallagher with the loss.
He's going to be sore at the end of the night no matter what happens here tonight because he's taking some shots.
He's going to be sore at halftime.
A little slow coming to the sidelines.
Yeah, he's getting beat up, no doubt. And the thing about it is, as we said, Thomas Jefferson with 2 weeks off. So they're fresh.
They're fresh, yep. Ben Diamond will send it away, and flags come in. There's still 10 left on the play clock. An illegal substitution here against Laurel Highlands, and Coach Colasar doesn't like it.
Well, you should know where you're at on the special teams.
Bringing Cam Bradley out. 12 men out there, I think.
Yep. So Diamond coming in, averaging 27 yards a punt. Be nice to pin TJ back within the 10-yard line here.
So roll the clock again. And Laurel Highlands down 14-3.
I just let it run out.
Diamond standing back at the 36. He'll get it away. Nice punt coming here on the near side. The ball was muffed. And a little scrum for it. I think Laurel Highlands is on it, and they are.
Now Lucas.
Oh, they didn't get it.
Now Lucas thought he's 6.
That was Rafel.
I'm sorry.
Caleb Rafel was there, almost had it. And they will roll TJ football. I thought Rafel came out of the pack with it, but it's TJ ball. We've reached the end of the opening quarter. It's Thomas Jefferson 14, Laurel Highlands 3. We're back in 60 here on the CR Brown Group High School Sports Night.
Some things just go together, like bread and butter, blue jeans and Saturdays, best friends and phone calls. And a great match? You and discounts from Erie Insurance. It's like this. Safety features in your car will have you paying less for your auto insurance. And pay off your Erie Auto policy all at once, and you'll save up to 7% more. On your homeowner's policy, you earn discounts that start at age 46 and go up each time you celebrate a birthday. There are more discounts, too, for things like home safety features and even teenage drivers. And the savings keep adding up. When you have your auto and home covered with Erie, you get a discount. Buy a life policy with us, and the savings can get even better. At Erie Insurance, above all in service means making life a little easier on you and on your wallet. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. Your local Erie agent is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Discount terms and amounts may vary by state. See your local Erie
given the
agent for
Mustangs
details.
great field position, but now Thomas Jefferson going to start out at their own 19-yard line.
Of a long field ahead of them. We're now working left to right as we describe it. Our opening play of the second quarter, third offensive drive of the game for the Jags. Took only one play on their opening drive. Lexi to Sullivan, 73-yard touchdown pass. Had a 6-play drive capped off by a Lexi run. Second time they got it, and Lexi's going to pull it down and look to run here again. Lexi, another TJ first down, picking up 13 up to the Jags' 32-yard line.
Yeah, and a nice run there. Just saw the defense and saw a lot of space on that backside. So Lexi now 2 carries for 14 yards and a touchdown. And a nice job to get them out of a hole there back at the 19-yard line.
Again, you have to put some of TJ's season stats in perspective just due to the fact that they've played only 4 games. Laurel Highlands has played 6 on the other side. But I think you brought up a good point earlier, Tone, that TJ probably more rested at this juncture of the season, having a couple of bye weeks already.
Yeah, a couple bye weeks, and as we said, Brian, you get 2 weeks off in the high school season. You get a little dinged up, got time to heal.
Flags come in here right as the snap occurred, and it'll probably be a pre-snap penalty here against Thomas Jefferson. And the Jags, I don't think they're as concerned as a lot of other teams are, no offsides here against the Mustangs, about regular season games, because for them, I think their season starts November 1st. When the WPIAL playoffs get underway. You look at some of the runs that they've had over the years. We mentioned last year's state champs, and just year after year they have deep playoff runs. Beat Jersey Shore in that 4A title game last year at Hershey Park Stadium. Also won the state championship back in 2019. Had a rare WPIAL championship loss to South Fayette back in 2018. Won the WPIAL championship in 2017. Saw their state run into the quarterfinals to Erie Cathedral Prep. And you can go year in and year out, winning WPIAL championships and making runs into the state playoffs.
Well, WPIAL champions, 5 of the last 6 years.
1st and 5, handoff going to Lippincott, was hit there at the line by the Mustangs' Brian Yorchik, and just a minimal gain there from Lippincott, maybe got a yard. Bring up 2nd and 4. Of course, you had the 5-yard penalty on first down to make it 1st and 5. 1-yard run from Lippincott, now 2nd and 4.
And again, giving him short distances to make here because of the penalties. Mustang faithful looking for a personal foul. Looked like one of the defenders kind of got thrown to the ground by TJ back in the defensive backfield, I should say.
Twin receivers now to each side on this 2nd and 4. Lexi out of the shotgun. Lippincott again to his right, and he'll get the football with a big hole. Lippincott in a Mustang territory, cuts off to his right inside the 45, down to the 40-yard line. So Lippincott, another nice run there for Thomas Jefferson. Do we have a flag down there, Tom?
Yeah, there's a flag on the 50-yard line. Let's see what they're going to call. It's got to be a hold, I would think.
It's about a 23-yard run for Lippincott, but we'll check the flag.
It's going to be nullified. It's going to take it back really to the original line of scrimmage. Block in the back. Uncharacteristic for Thomas Jefferson, too. That's already their 4th penalty here in this first half.
See them adding up on both sides. It's 10-10 left here in the second quarter. Still 14-3, Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands. Mustangs lone points tonight, 42-yard field goal from Harry Radcliffe.
And he had a little room to spare on that one as well. So now a short 2nd and 3 for Thomas Jefferson.
All just shy of the 40-yard line. Lexi under center, 2 eye backs, twin receivers to the far side. Lexi takes the snap. Inside handout, back to Lippincott. That one well read by Laurel Highlands defensively. Was finished off there by Aiden Ross.
Hayden Ross and Dan Carney in there as well. Carney, the leading tackler coming into this game for the Mustangs, and did a nice job there to stop Lippincott for short, maybe a 1-yard gain.
Third and short 2. A big play here for Laurel Highlands defensively. Just trying to minimize the damage, maybe get the football back. They haven't stopped Thomas Jefferson yet in this game. Clock rolling down to 9:10 left here in the second quarter.
Tough chore here, and maybe expecting to see off the left tackle, off Nick Bryan, a Kent State recruit.
Lexi, a protector back to each side, twin receivers to the far side, and a little option look here from Lexi. Pulls it down, looks to run himself, and Lexi busts back into Mustang territory, and they'll rule him down here at the 47-yard line to give Lexi 12, maybe 13 there to move the sticks for another Thomas Jefferson first down.
Yeah, and a nice play there, and as we said, Nick Bryan on that left side opened up a huge hole. Lexi had a lot of grass to look at before he got tackled there by the Mustang defenders.
That's impressive. Lexi, 7 rushing touchdowns already through 4 games this season. Has thrown for 4 touchdown passes coming into this game. Added 1 already here in the air on that opening pass to Sullivan, going 73 yards. And now 8 rushing touchdowns this season as well after he ran one in from a yard out.
Yeah, and as you said, threw for 316 yards and 73 on that first play here tonight to put them out in the lead.
Now 1st and 10 from the Laurel Highlands 47-yard line. Lexi hangs in the pocket, plenty of time across the middle, just overshot Sullivan. There his intended wide receiver. DeMonte Kiss in coverage defensively there for Laurel Highlands. Kind of had Sullivan bracketed there a little bit, not only with Kiss, but Keandre DeShields in the vicinity as well.
And I actually think that there was a lineman for the Mustangs. Couldn't tell who it was. It looked like he might have got a hand on the ball. Looked like it was deflected up a little bit and kind of knocked out of the reach of the Thomas Jefferson receiver.
Now 2nd and 10. Line of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 47-yard line as the Jags break the huddle. Lexi back out of the shotgun. He'll have Lippincott now off to his right, twin receivers to each side. The Mustangs with about 7 guys there in the box. As Lexi takes the snap, little screen near side, going to Lippincott. Lippincott down to the 45 and now reaches forward to the 44. So just a 3-yard gain there on the screen. Lexi to Lippincott to bring up 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, Lexi now 2 for 3 on the night for 76 yards. And that touchdown to Sullivan.
Up to the Mustang defense here again, Tone. 3rd and 7. Looking for a stop, and for TJ might even be 4-down territory for the Jags as well. They don't punt much.
Well, you can't blame them. I mean, offensively, they're tough.
They punted a few times. I saw Graham was averaging about 30 yards a punt this season.
Yeah, but not very many times, that's for sure.
Lexi back out of the gun. Lippincott to his left. Twin receivers to the far side as Lexi takes the snap. Little quick out. Lippincott with one hand brought it down inside the 35-30. And Lippincott, another TJ first down to the 26-yard line. 18-yard gain there again. Lexi to Lippincott.
And a nice tackle. Actually, a touchdown-saving tackle there by Keandre DeShields.
How about that catch, though? Kind of like a loaf of bread.
Well, you know what? I was watching in warm-ups, and I saw him go out a couple times. He was catching a lot of passes one hand. And I'm sure he has the gloves on, which you could probably pick up a car with.
He's kind of falling the other way a little bit on that one as well.
Yeah.
He's able to haul it in. Jags just keep on motoring. Line of scrimmage now, the Laurel Highlands 27-yard line. 2 I-backs, twin receivers to the near side. Might go back to Lippincott here on the ground. They'll bring a man in motion. That's Mendek. Repositions off to the left as Lippincott gets it again inside the 25, and Lippincott tripped up there right around the just shy of the 22-yard line. 4, maybe 5 there for Lippincott. They'll bring up 2nd and a long 5 here for the Jags. We're down to 6:29 left here in the second quarter. Long drive here for Thomas Jefferson, taking a lot of time off the clock.
Well, it's almost a 6-minute drive right here. I got to give Caden Friel a good job there. He was holding on for dear life onto Lippincott's jersey and was able to reel him in there after a short gain. But nice job by Friel just to hang on and let his defenders come in and help him out.
Brad Smith's gotten some nice minutes for Laurel Highlands tonight as well after missing the last couple of weeks. Good to see Brad back out there.
You know, he had an impressive freshman year. I was impressed with the way he played last year, and I don't know exactly why he missed the first couple games, but it's good to see him back in the lineup.
Lexi's going to put it up. A little quick out far side of the pass. Hauled in there again. I think it was Mendak just inside the 15-yard line down to the 14-yard line.
And that was
that Sullivan again? Sullivan again. Thought it might have been Mendak.
Yep.
It was Sullivan in traffic. Hauling it in for another Thomas Jefferson first down to the 14-yard line.
So another 9-yard gain there. And Lexi putting actually over 100 yards right now. 103 yards. He's 4 for 5 passing.
Another 1st and 10, line of scrimmage now, the Laurel Highlands 14-yard line. Lexi back under center. Go to an I formation. Lippincott dotting the I. Lexi takes the snap. Handoff goes to Lippincott. Off tackle left side. Gets spun, but able to move forward and pick up a yard on the play. Down to the 13-yard line. The Mustangs hemmed him in there pretty good to minimize the gain to bring up 2nd down and 9.
Not sure how he got out of that. It looked like he was going to be trapped behind the line of scrimmage.
I agree.
And able to fight his way through and pick up 1 yard on that play.
This has been a 7-minute drive now for Thomas Jefferson. They got the football to start the second quarter. We're now down under 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage now, the Laurel Highlands 13-yard line on the 2nd and 9.
Got him on a 9-play drive. And as you said, sneaking up on the 440 mark here in the second quarter.
2 I backs now behind Lexi. They're sticking with Lippincott, dotting the I. Lexi again under center, back to Lippincott, right up the gut inside the 10, and takes it close to the 7-yard line. And on his back there, making the tackle for Laurel Highlands defensively, was Caleb Glebus.
Glebus with a nice play. Saved the touchdown right there for the Mustangs.
Bring up 3rd down. 3rd and a long 3 here for Thomas Jefferson. That's about a 6-yard run there for Lippincott. And if you're just joining us, Connor Murga exited the game early on with an ankle injury, will not return, according to our sideline reporter, Doug Saltzman. Now we have a timeout taken here by Laurel Highlands defensively. It's almost an 8-minute drive for the Jags. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout with Thomas Jefferson driving. 3rd and 4 upcoming. Jags 14, Mustangs 3 here on the CR Barada Group High School Sports Night.
Smith, Lewis, and Chess, CPAs in Uniontown. We'd like to wish the Laurel Highlands boys football team and their coaches on having a successful football season this year.
4:01 left before halftime. Thomas Jefferson has had the football this entire second quarter, leading Laurel Highlands by a score of 14-3. And TJ has not faced a 4th down yet in this game, Tony.
Have not. And I'll tell you what, they're putting together a beautiful football drive right here now. 11 plays, and as you said, Brian, taking 8 minutes off the clock. Just keeping the ball out of Gallagher's hands and the Mustang offense.
They're not done yet. 3rd and 4 now from the Laurel Highlands 13-yard line. Back under center again, Joe Lexi. Lippincott again dotting the I. They haven't mixed things up much offensively. Pitch going back to Lippincott off tackle right side inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line. And once again for Laurel Highlands, it was Glebus that brought him down, but that is enough for another Thomas Jefferson first down. Needed 4, got 6.
And a nice job there by Lippincott. Thought he was going to get trapped in the backfield there. Billy Barton had great penetration. Thought he was going to get him behind the line of scrimmage, but Lippincott just shook him and able to pick up 6 and a first down.
Now 1st and goal. We're down to 3:42 now left before halftime. Thomas Jefferson driving with a 14-3 lead over Laurel Highlands.
Tell you what, have we ever seen a 9-minute drive, a 10-minute drive in high school?
It's been a while. We've seen them.
It's been a long time.
Here's Lexi back out of the gun. A protector back to each side. Double tights. Lexi's going to run, and Lexi inside the pylon for another Thomas Jefferson touchdown. So Lexi runs it in from 3 yards plus to extend the Thomas Jefferson lead to 20-3 over Laurel Highlands with 3:16 left before halftime.
Yeah, and just saw clear sailing right there on the right-hand side, and Lexi showed his strength, took on, looked like Jaden Pratt there at the goal line and just kind of ran him over. So Lexi now with 2 rushing touchdowns on the night.
And 9 for the season. And they'll bring out Andy Graham for another extra point to extend the Thomas Jefferson lead now to 21-3. Clean snap coming back. Graham's extra point is through to give Thomas Jefferson a 21-3 lead over Laurel Highlands. 3:16 left before halftime, and we're back in 60 on the CR Barada Group High School Sports Night.
Smith, Lewis, and Chess, CPAs in Uniontown. We'd like to wish the Laurel Highlands boys football team and their coaches on having a successful football season this year.
Back here at Mustang Field, Al Thomas, Jefferson, Joe Lexi adding another touchdown, 3-yard run, capping off a 13-play, 82-yard drive that took 8:34 off the clock. The touchdown coming at the 3:16 mark of the second quarter.
Yeah, and the thing of it was, Brian, no real big plays. They just methodically marched it down the field.
Graham sends this kickoff into the end zone for a touchback, and Laurel Highlands will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. And you got a couple of shout-outs to pass along tonight as well.
Yeah, got to give a couple shout-outs. Well, our buddy Soup couldn't make it to the game, but he's actually watching us, so we got to give him a shout-out. Got to give one out to Brad Yeoman. Thanks for listening, Brad, and to my buddy Bobby Moot Madison. And I know Bobby's ready to watch the game tomorrow. He's ready for Iowa and Penn State. I'm sure there'll be a big party over to his house.
How about the folks down at Amy's Courtroom tonight as well?
How about that? One of your sponsors, too.
Also have to thank South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer, our sponsor for our post-game show up in the press box tonight. And also good to see our buddy Mookie John was up here before the start of the game tonight as well. So Laurel Highlands taking over, 3:16 left before halftime, but down 21-3. Harry Radcliffe has produced the only Mustang points of the night, and Rod's going to put it up. Pocket collapsing, looking for room. Nothing on the right. Comes back to the left, still in trouble. Flushed out here to the near side, and now Rod's on the loose. He's got the 25 and down to the 29-yard line, so a lot of running there for 9 yards from Rodney Gallagher.
Well, he was running for his life, to be honest with you. I'll tell you what, I'm not so sure I'd want Jordan Mayer running after me. He's a big fella out there.
He's got to him a couple of times already tonight. Ooh. And Rod again. You see him there coming back to the huddle, taking another shot.
Well, he's trying to might through it, but I'm going to tell you what, he'll be in a whirlpool later in the night. Hot tub, whatever you want to do.
2nd and 1. Another impressive 9-yard run. A little banana bunch now off to the right here for Laurel Highlands. 2nd and 1 from their own 29-yard line. A little low snap coming back to Rod. Now steps up, looks to run, has a first down, and a shoestring tackle after Rod picked up 5, maybe 6 there from Thomas Jefferson's Isaac Eckley.
Yeah, a nice tackle there by Eckley. Gallagher actually had some room there. That's the 6th first down so far tonight for the Mustangs, but only able to put that field goal on the board right now.
They moved the football rather well. Just had a couple of drives stall out.
Yeah, they've got 57 yards passing, Brian, 31 rushing, but they just can't put it in the end zone yet. And this is one of those Thomas Jefferson defenses. Looks like the bend but don't break.
Triple right set now. TJ showing blitz. They back off. Rod out to the right side. Throws on the run. Quick out. A little bit too far there for Matt Lucas. Pass falls incomplete to bring up 2nd and 10. We're down to 1:55 left before halftime. And the Jags lead at 21-3.
Yeah, and it's hard to believe that they ran 8:34 off of the clock in that drive. And the Mustangs now, you're like, okay, what are we going to do here? We're only going to get the ball one time in the whole second quarter.
Mustangs will get the football, though, to start the third quarter as TJ got the football to start this game.
Gallagher now 4 for 9 on the night for 57 yards. Passing.
2nd and 10. Laurel Highlands going empty here. 3 out to the far side, 2 to the near side. Ball on the left hash mark, the Mustang 35 as Rod takes the snap. Has some time, steps up, pocket collapses, and he's sacked. Back at the 31-yard line. It appeared at first that he was going to have a little time there to send that down the field, and Jordan Mayer met him again in the backfield.
He's not in a big hurry to get up either. Looks like he might have.
He's fallen.
Yeah, it looks like he might have fallen on that shoulder a little bit, Brian.
We actually saw basketball coach Rick Hogger after the game last week, and we were joking with him during that Laurel Highlands Bell Vernon game. It got a little out of hand in the second half we're telling them to pull some of the starters, keep your basketball guys healthy, and now the Mustangs will take a timeout. With 1:23 left before halftime, down 21-3, and we're back in 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Tonight.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Back here at Mustang Field, so big 3rd and 14 now coming up here for Laurel Highlands after the timeout, Tony.
Yeah, and let's see what the Mustangs can do. They're going to need protection. Obviously, Gallagher's going to drop back.
Out of the shotgun, triple right set, and they'll send DeMonte Kiss in motion, and Rod's looking here to the near side. Again, they're coming after him, and he'll just throw it out of bounds here on the near side. Closest Mustang in the vicinity was Keandre DeShields.
And I'll tell you,
running for his life out there.
And you're looking at Rod on the sideline. And I'll tell you what, right now, he just looks like he's beat up, and I feel bad for him. But as we said, a fresh, healthy Thomas Jefferson team after 2 weeks off, and they're basically just teeing off on Gallagher defensively.
They're an angry team, too.
Well, yeah, you lose with 4.5 seconds to go there against your arch rival, Bell Vernon. Yeah, that lead throws a little salt in the wound right there.
Joe Chambers will send it back to Ben Diamond. Clean snap. They're coming after Diamond. They might have got a piece of it. It's deflected out of bounds here on the near side. Let's see where they roll the ball out of bounds at. But a short punt from Diamond. They're going to roll it out the 48, which I think pretty fortunate there for Laurel Highlands. I don't think it got to the 48 in play.
I don't either. I'm looking at the other referee here. I thought he was marking it at 37. I was going to say it's a 6-yard punt. But they marked it at the 48. So Diamond fortunate to get that off. And now TJ taking over with 1 minute and 12 seconds to go here in the half.
You might see them get a little more aggressive at this juncture of the game, try to build a 25-point lead going into the locker room. This is where they excel. Can really push that button when needed. It almost seems like a team like TJ, they have 2 different gears, Tone. They can take it slow down the field with some tough running, and if they need to go and need some passes down the field, Lexi can do that too.
Well,
Twin receivers each side here from the Laurel Highlands 48. They're going to set up a screen. It's floated out to Lippincott. He's on the go with blockers out in front. Has a little convoy inside the 35-30, and Lexi on that screen out to Lippincott as Lippincott finally brought down right around the 28-yard line.
So you're gonna
gain
have,
of 20.
Yeah, quick 20-yard pickup. And that's Lippincott's 3rd catch of the night. He's got 41 yards receiving.
Clock stops momentarily there after the first down. He got good forward progress down to the 26.
Wow.
Actually, when it was about a 22-yard gain, never thought he got to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, that's a nice spot there.
Clock rolling again. 53 seconds left before halftime. Lexi goes back under center. They're going to bring Mendak in motion, set him up to the far side. Little play fake. And Lexi's going to put it up, and the pass almost intercepted there by Gallagher, who stepped in front of McLean Flynn, the intended wide receiver, and almost had the interception. And he's hot. He wanted that football, Tom.
He sure did. That would have been a big play for the Mustangs, even though they're down 18. But that interception right there, at least they could have run out the clock and kept it on an 18-point deficit right now.
A good defensive play there from Gallagher.
Gallagher looking for his 3rd interception of the year.
Lakeview in here late for Jaden Tucker. He's hobbling, coming off a little bit here for the Mustangs. 40 seconds left before halftime, now 2nd and 10. And the Laurel Highlands 26.
And actually the receiver got behind Gallagher, but he made a nice play there to recover and almost make the interception.
Play clock at 10. Lexi takes the snap inside, handoff to Lippincott with running room again inside the 20. Cut back at the 15. Lippincott keeping those legs turning, carrying defenders inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. 23-yard run for Lippincott, and that was impressive again.
That was extremely impressive. And you kind of feel bad, too, because the Mustang defense has been on the field pretty much all of this second quarter.
He carried Mustang defenders about 13 extra yards on the play, and now TJ is going to take a timeout, so take one as well. 23 seconds left before halftime. Jags driving again, up 21-3. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Sam Davis was a gift from heaven. He knows the law and the court system unlike anyone else I've ever met or seen. Sam helped me get through the federal court system with the best possible outcome.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We have been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
Back here at Mustang Field, TJ looking to punch it in again, already up 21-3. Line of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 3-yard line with 23 seconds left before halftime.
And you've got loaded up on the left side, so watch Lippincott on the pitch.
Lexi under center. Takes the snap. He's going to put it up. Nothing there on the left side, and he'll get sacked back at the 8-yard line. Good penetration there from Glebus again. Caleb Glebus with the sack, and now TJ will spend their final timeouts. We'll take another one as well. 21-3 Jags. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Have you ever felt something stick in your chest when swallowing? This can be caused by a narrowing in your esophagus from inflammation, scar tissue, or rarely a tumor. At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologist, Dr. Ruthart Calabrese Hoppy, and I specialize in the care of swallowing disorders. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialist.com.
Here we go for the Laurel Highlands 3-yard line. Little lob out to the back corner and knocked down there by DeMonte Kiss. Good defense there on Sean Sullivan, the Thomas Jefferson wide receiver.
Yeah, a great job by Kiss. Sullivan with a little height advantage on him, and Kiss just stayed with him, and a great job there. Now 11.2 seconds to go.
And it's 3rd down and goal.
Well, still a lot of time to run a couple plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 7-yard line. Thomas Jefferson is out of timeouts, Tony.
Okey-doke.
We were discussing that off the air earlier. It was their final timeout, so pretty much nullifies a running play unless you really want to get risque if you're head coach Bill Chirpak.
Well, you got the horses, no doubt. And you got a tired Laurel Highlands defense on this field.
Lexi out of the gun, Lippincott to his right, man in motion, Mendek. As the snap taken and a look into the end zone and a touchdown wide open there. Lexi sending it in to the tight end, Jordan Mayer, for the touchdown. Only Mayer's second reception of the year. His first touchdown extends the Thomas Jefferson lead to 27-3.
Yeah, a nice design play right there. Lexi faking everything to the right side and then threw back to Mayer, who was wide open.
Well drawn up, extends the lead now to 27-3. 5 seconds left before halftime. Andy Graham will have the extra point And Thomas Jefferson lead now 28-3 over Laurel Highlands. 5.8 left before halftime. We're back in 60 from the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Graham sends it back to Matt Lucas. Here's Lucas on the run back. Takes it back to the 24-yard line where he was brought down by Bruce Heller as time expires. And we'll go down on the field to Doug Saltzman, who has Laurel Highlands head coach Rich Colasar.
Well, we're waiting for the coach right now as he heads over to the sideline. Going to talk to him about the defense. Man, LA defense spent, 13 or 11 minutes on the field in that second quarter. That's a lot of time to spend out there. But as he heads over to the sideline here, I'm going to do my best to grab Coach Colasar, get his take, their adjustments for the second half here.
All right, Doug, we'll stay with you here.
Gently, my heart off and white. It's gonna be all right.
Sometimes good people make bad decisions, and they end up in trouble with the law. Hi, this is attorney Mark Mahaloff of Zebley, Mahaloff & White in Uniontown. If you're one of those people who found yourself facing legal issues, including minor criminal offenses, traffic, DUI, or other summary offenses, we're here to help you. Many times these mistakes don't have to ruin your life. One bad decision does not make you a bad person. Let us help you fix the problem and move on with your life. Call our office today at 724-439-9200. Zebley, Mahaloff & White, your local attorneys helping local people. If you made a bad decision that has you in legal trouble, make a good decision now by allowing our firm to represent you. Zebley, Mahaloff & White in Uniontown and at zeblaw.com. Zebley, Mahaloff & White, local attorneys helping local people. Let us fix your life.
Zebley, Mahaloff and White. It's gonna be all right.
Good luck, Mustangs, from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Bob Schiffbar.
Assistant Directors, Greg Erdley and Michael Senna. Associate Percussion Instructor, Jacob Zhang. Majorette Instructor, Jamie Ostroff. Color Guard Instructor, Carrie Little. Covering all the musical styles is surely made easy when you include a song by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Mixing in the sounds of funk, disco, jazz, and soul, the Marching Jaguars continue on with this 1978 super hit, September.
Yeah, as he was heading, as Coach Colasar was heading into the locker room, I had a chance to talk to him about how his defense held up in that second quarter. They were on the field 10 and a half, 11 minutes. That's tough for any defense, let alone one against the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. He was pleased with their performance. It's a one possible interception away from a whole different score in this game right now. He told me he's very pleased with how his wide receivers are getting open. He just needs to give their quarterback a little more time and get those balls down to those wide receivers. 28-3 here at halftime as the LH Jaguars take on the LH Mustangs, take on the TJ Jaguars. Nick, a lot of game left here, 28-3.
Absolutely, Doug. Thanks so much. And again, Brian Morozak and Tony Anola have the first half stats and some scores from around the WPIAL right after this. As Doug mentioned, Thomas Jefferson 28, Laurel Highlands 3. It's another C.R. Parado Group High School Sports Night on WMBS.
Smith, Lewis, and Chess, CPAs in Uniontown. We'd like to wish the Laurel Highlands boys football team and their coaches on having a successful football season this year.
Is not something that anyone wants to do. Good people sometimes run into hard times, and they need help. Hi, I'm Dan White with the law offices of Zebley, Mahalav, and White, and I'm here to help. If you're faced with insurmountable debt and are out of options, and you need help, give our office a call today. Allow us to help you understand your rights and options under the law. Filing bankruptcy is not the end of the road, and if you're struggling with debt, it very well could be a new beginning. So stop worrying and take action. Give our office a call today at 724-439-9200 or click on zeblaw.com for more information. Zebley, Mahalav, and White, local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life.
Zebley, Mahalav, and White. It's gonna be alright.
Leading the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanola, Jerry Dupay behind the camera on the South Union Township Sports Network, Billy Dice behind the camera on the WMBS radio side, and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Tony has your first half stats. They're being brought to you by the Radcliffe Law Firm. By the way, our halftime show brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market.
All right, for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs offensively in that first half, Rodney Gallagher passing was 4 for 10 for 57 yards, 2 completions to Jaden Pratt for 34 yards, and the other 2 completions to Matt Lucas for the other 23 yards. Rushing-wise, Gallagher 11 carries for 27 yards. Dan Carney had the only other carry, 1 carry for no yards. The Mustangs in that first half ran 21 offensive plays. They had 57 yards passing, 27 yards rushing for a total of 84 yards. 3 penalties for 25 yards, and the big one was that personal foul that kept the drive alive for Thomas Jefferson on their second touchdown. And they had no turnovers in that first half. For the Jaguars offensively, Joe Lexi had 6 passes completed out of 9 attempts for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. 1 touchdown going to Jordan Mayer on his only catch for 7 yards. Elias Lippincott with 3 catches for 41 yards. And Sean Sullivan with 2 catches for 82 yards. And that 73-yarder to open up the game for a touchdown for Thomas Jefferson. On the rushing end, Joe Lexi had 5 carries for 25 yards and 2 touchdowns, 1 from 1 yard out and 1 from 3 yards out. Connor Murga had 2 carries for 7 yards before injuring his left ankle, and highly doubt that we're going to see him back in this game at all, Brian.
Doug's already ruled him out.
Yep. Elias Lippincott, the leading rusher for the Jaguars, 9 carries for 67 yards off the bench. And Sean Sullivan on that flanker screen that was behind the line of scrimmage, 1 carry for 10 yards. Thomas Jefferson ran 26 offensive plays, 130 yards passing, 109 yards rushing, 239 yards total offense. They had 4 penalties for 40 yards, and they had 2 close turnovers, one on a near interception and the other on a fumbled punt that Laurel Highlands was not able to get on, but no turnovers for either team in this first half.
Taking a look at the scoring summary, it didn't take long for Thomas Jefferson to get things started. In fact, their opening play from scrimmage, Joe Lexi to Sean Sullivan on a 73-yard touchdown pass. Score occurred at the 11:43 mark of the opening quarter to put Thomas Jefferson up 7-0 after Andy Graham added the extra point. The Mustangs on their next drive able to get points. A 42-yard field goal from Harry Radcliffe at the 8:29 mark of the opening quarter, capped off an 8-play 53-yard drive. This looked 3:06 off the clock. Mustangs back to within 4 at 7-3. That was the closest they would get in that opening half. On the next drive, Lexi, a 1-yard touchdown run. That was a 6-play 51-yard drive. Lippincott had a couple of nice runs on that drive. Took 4:03 off the clock, 14-3 Jags at the 4:18 mark of the opening quarter. Then Lexi adding another touchdown, a 3-yard run at the 3:16 mark of the second quarter. Thomas Jefferson got the football to start the second quarter. They took 8:34 off the clock on that drive, and that was a 13-play, 82-yard drive to put them up 21-3. And after a Mustang punt that was partially deflected, Lexi to Jordan Mayer on an 8-yard touchdown pass with 5 seconds left in the second quarter. Jags had another extra point from Andy Graham, and that's where we sit at halftime, Tony, at 28-3.
Yeah, the Mustangs going to have to make some adjustments. They're going to get the ball to start this second half, Brian, so they really need to get some type of score to get back into this game.
28-3, your halftime score. Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands. We'll take a look at some other scores from around the WPIAL right after this here on WMBS, the True Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Did you know that colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer in America, or that it can be prevented by removing polyps during a 30-minute colonoscopy? At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologists, Drs. Ruthart Calabrese Hoppy and I, encourage you to consider a screening colonoscopy. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialists.com.
Smith, Lewis, and Chess, CPAs in Uniontown. We'd like to wish the Laurel Highlands boys football team and their coaches on having a successful football season this year.
Comp.
We at Davis & Davis
Watching Sam Davis apply his craft was amazing. Everyone showed him so much respect. Watching Sam work the courtroom was like watching Michael Jordan, with the game tied and 8 seconds left.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured in an auto accident, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We've been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
The pride of Laurel Highlands, the Mustang Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Mark Santor, assisted by Lawrence Stewart and Kathy Grove. Percussion coordinator Dylan Stewart, color guard coordinator Melissa Patitucci, bass drum instructor Lisa Brown, director of bands Emeritus and announcer Mr. Richard Mack McCoy. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and let's go Mustangs. We would like to also remind you that tomorrow evening on this field, 6 bands will be performing their best at the Laurel Highlands 42nd Annual Band Festival. Please come and you'll enjoy.
We're back here at Mustang Field, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars at halftime. Keep your headphones on in case he would send it back on this side. Brian Morozak back here at Mustang Field, 28-3. Thomas Jefferson leading Laurel Highlands here at halftime. We did see some lightning out in the distance. Referees still talking things over on the far side. Thomas Jefferson just coming out of the locker room, but they have not been allowed to take the field yet. So we're going to stand by and see if we're actually going to get a start to the second half. Stand by. We'll let you know if we're going to be playing football here for Mustang Field here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Personal injury can come in many forms. No matter what your injury, the attorneys at Davis & Davis will personally meet with you to discuss your case, just like we have over the last 40 years. Trust your case to a local, experienced legal team. Trust Davis & Davis.
Brian Morozak.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Have you ever felt something stick in your chest when swallowing? This can be caused by a narrowing in your esophagus from inflammation, scar tissue, or rarely a tumor. At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologist, Dr. Ruthart Calabrese Hoppy, and I specialize in the care of swallowing disorders. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialist.com.
Good luck, Mustangs, from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Bob Schiffbar.
Sometimes good people make bad decisions, and they end up in trouble with the law. Hi, this is attorney Mark Mahaloff of Zebley, Mahaloff & White in Uniontown. If you're one of those people who found yourself facing legal issues, including minor criminal offenses, traffic, DUI, or other summary offenses, we are here to help you. Many times these mistakes don't have to ruin your life. One bad decision does not make you a bad person. Let us help you fix the problem and move on with your life. Call our office today at 724-439-9200. Zebley, Mahaloff & White, your local attorneys helping local people. If you made a bad decision that has you in legal trouble, make a good decision now by allowing our firm to represent you. Zebley, Mahaloff & White in Uniontown and at zeblaw.com. Zebley, Mahaloff & White, local attorneys helping local people. Let us fix your life.
Zebley, Mahaloff & White. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, and we saw it. As we said,
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage. It's not.
Looking at the weather radar, there's a couple of storms out to our right.
Personal injury can come in many forms. No matter what your injury, the attorneys at Davis & Davis will personally meet with you to discuss your case, just like we have over the last 40 years. Trust your case to a local, experienced legal team. Trust Davis & Davis.
Maybe just south of Brownsville right now, and that one does have some lightning in it. And there's a couple other showers out there in the distance, but that cell to the north of us might be what's going to cause the second half to get.
Smith, Lewis, and Chess, CPAs in Uniontown. We'd like to wish the Laurel Highlands boys football team and their coaches on having a successful football season this year.
Hospital Studios and Billy Dice behind the camera with our WMBS Facebook Live feed. And this is always a tough situation here, Tone. Players getting geeked up a little bit, ready to start the second half, and then you have to kind of go into a holding pattern here again, and who knows how long this is going to go. Remember, we saw a situation a couple of years ago with the Uniontown Yacht game in a similar situation, kind of had a lopsided score at halftime, and that game probably an hour plus weather delay in that contest, and eventually got underway, and actually Uniontown had a little comeback in that second half, and you never know how these situations are going to shake out.
Yeah, but I don't remember this whole second half because we got excused.
Yes, you got excused.
You excused us. We didn't bail out on you, contrary to what people said over that.
Yes.
Yes, we kind of got thrown under the bus, but yeah, we left because the principal said we could.
Yes.
Yes. So we weren't leaving you hanging, buddy.
You're going to see our buddy Tom Vernon in front of us, another one of our sponsors from KC Sports Cafe. I think he's been hanging out by the fence watching this entire first half.
Yep. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I heard Jerry say he's going to go down and do the Macarena at the 50.
Is he?
While we wait, during this rain delay.
We can actually run the camera for him over there.
Well, yeah, we got DJ Dizzy Dice.
Yes.
He can spin some tunes for Jerry and get down there and dance at midfield for the crowd. What do you think, Jerry? Yeah, he's laughing.
I have to thank some of the folks checking in on our live stream. Mark Howard, Andre Ramsey. Andre, always one of our biggest supporters here on the WMBS side. Jody Smith saying hello as well. Deacon Def Jam checking in. How about that name for you? So appreciate the folks checking in and saying hello. And again, we're probably looking, Tone, at best at probably about a 9 o'clock start, I would think, tonight.
Yeah, you can feel the wind kicking up here too, Brian. You can feel it through the press box windows. Now they're having TJ come out. Interesting.
So Thomas Jefferson is taking the field. So surprise, surprise.
Wow.
Well, they're going to go against the logic here because we saw lightning, unless they're going to say that that strike was outside of the 10-mile radius, which if it's up near the Brownsville area, they could be right.
Yeah. What's interesting, I ran into a little bit of rain coming down here from Greensburg today.
Well, according to my little lightning tracker, the closest lightning strike was right around Brownsville. So that would probably be outside the 10-mile radius. And now the Mustangs taking the field as well, so this delay might not be that long, Tony, after they talk things over. Maybe they pulled out their trusty weather apps as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, they got it going on.
Well, we'll step aside. We'll take a quick 2-minute timeout and hopefully be back with the second half of this one. Again, 28-3, Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands here at the break. It appears for now like we're going to be playing some football very soon for Mustang Field. Jags up 25 here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Some things just go together, like bread and butter, blue jeans and Saturdays, best friends and phone calls. And a great match? You and discounts from Erie Insurance. It's like this. Safety features in your car will have you paying less for your auto insurance. And pay off your Erie auto policy all at once, and you'll save up to 7% more. On your homeowner's policy, you earn discounts that start at age 46 and go up each time you celebrate a birthday. There are more discounts, too, for things like home safety features and even teenage drivers. And the savings keep adding up. When you have your auto and home covered with Erie, you get a discount. Buy a life policy with us, and the savings can get even better. At Erie Insurance, above all in service means making life a little easier on you and on your wallet. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. Your local Erie agent is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Discount terms and amounts may vary by state. See your local Erie agent for details.
Sam Davis was a gift from heaven. He knows the law and the court system unlike anyone else I've ever met or seen. Sam helped me get through the federal court system with the best possible outcome.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We have been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Have you ever felt something stick in your chest when swallowing? This can be caused by a narrowing in your esophagus from inflammation, scar tissue, or rarely a tumor. At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologist, Dr. Ruthart Calabrese Hoppy, and I specialize in the care of swallowing disorders. Call 724-437. This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Have you ever felt something stick in your chest when swallowing? This can be caused by a narrowing in your esophagus from inflammation, scar tissue, or rarely a tumor. At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologist, Dr. Ruthart Calabrese Hoppy, and I specialize in the care of swallowing disorders. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialist.com.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
7:24 left there in the third quarter. Lightning delay at Joe Montana Stadium for Bell Vernon and Ringgold tonight. Carmichael's up 40-0 over Monessen. West Green up 35-0 over Bentworth. Mapletown a 23-8 lead over Avella, and McGuffey up 35-0 over Waynesburg tonight. A lot of those scores around the Greene and Washington County areas, and again, a lot of that weather just to the north of Uniontown, right around the Brownsville area. Maybe one of the reasons that we had a lightning delay for the Bell Vernon Ringgold game right now.
Yeah, and that's an interesting game, as you said, Brian. Ringgold, Laurel Highlands was lucky to pull out a win down there, no doubt, that 32-29 win. And they've got a good team, and that'd be an interesting game to see. Bell Vernon and Ringgold both with great rushing attacks. So it's interesting to see. It would be interesting to see how Ringgold's attacking that Bell Vernon defense.
The Mustangs will get the football to start this third quarter. And down 28-3. We haven't seen any precipitation, though, as of yet here at Mustang Field. Hopefully it stays that way. We're all up in the press box tonight. No Gary Frankhauser and Steve Suprick tonight. Just Brian Morozak and Tony Hanola. Billy Dice is in our normal broadcast location on the WMBS side on the far left. Jerry Dupay off to our right. And Andy Graham will be sending it away here for Thomas Jefferson. And the Mustangs will get the football first here in the third quarter. It goes back to Lucas from the 8-yard line, and Matt Lucas will stumble forward. Should rule him down here right at the 24-yard line, and that's where Laurel Highlands will start first and 10. So, Tone, how do you approach this down 25 points opening drive of the third quarter?
Well, I tell you what, they really don't have much of a rushing attack against this Thomas Jefferson defense. You know Gallagher's going to try to put the ball up, but he's going to have to look for some protection. As we said, Jordan Mayer on that right side is able to get penetration pretty much at will. And Gallagher's been running for his life, and hopefully they gave him a little something, maybe a little Advil or something, because he got beat up in that first half. And you saw that, too, because he was not back to return the first kick of the second half.
I think you'll see them maybe limit his defense here in the second half as well, depending on how things shake out. Twin receivers to each side. 1st and 10. Rod looking to put it up. Pocket collapses. He's scrambling to the near side. Directs traffic. Heaves it down the field. And going up is Keandre. And he came down with it at the Thomas Jefferson 41-yard line. So another great grab from Keandre to Shields. Went up going as a 35-yard gain and a Laurel Highlands first down into Jags territory.
Yeah, and a nice catch there. And Keandre DeShields, for somebody who has not played football before, he's having a fantastic season for the Mustangs. And a great catch there, just showing athletic ability and laying out and making a fingertip grab for the first down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he'll be back next year, only a junior, just like Rod. Mustangs going empty here, trips to the far side. Keandre to the near side. Actually have a tight end in the slot right as Rod takes the snap. Again, pocket collapsing. Scrambles out to the near side. Heaves it looking for Keandre again. Jump ball, and this time it'll fall incomplete. Good coverage there from Volumino defensively for Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, Volumino, nice job. And Gallagher just floated that up. As we said, just waiting for the 6'3 Keandre DeShields to go up and snatch it away, but good play by Volumino there.
He had 4 receivers, and Friel is the tight end. So if you send 5 guys down the field, you're going to draw a lot of single coverage out there.
A lot of single coverage, and you're hoping that Rod sees a little bit of daylight to where he can actually pop through and use that speed and mobility to pick up some yardage and possibly a touchdown for the Mustangs.
2nd and 10 now, line of scrimmage, the TJ 41 with more lightning in the background as Rod takes the snap inside, handoff this time going to Carney, and Carney takes it down just shy of the 36. So give him 4 there to bring up 3rd down and 6, and likely 4-down territory this juncture of the field, down 25 points, opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Well, yeah, you're going to have to try to do something here right now. You have not been able to stop Thomas Jefferson on offense, and really your offense hasn't just been able to cash in. You just field goal in that first half, so Gallagher looking to put a spark here in this Mustang offense.
They'll go empty again. Friel, the tight end, off to the left, kind of setting up a quad left set. Keandre single coverage again here on the near side. Pocket again collapsing. Rod in trouble towards the sidelines. We'll just throw it away. Not much there on the near side. That'll bring up 4th down and 6.
Yet another smart play. Don't take the loss right now. Keep it at a manageable 3rd down and 6.
Now 4th and 6. The line of scrimmage is shy of the Thomas Jefferson 37-yard line. He's going to need a big play here to convert and keep this drive alive.
And we talked at halftime there, Brian. Thomas Jefferson basically having that ball for 11 of the 12 minutes in that 2nd quarter. Unbelievable, especially for a high school game.
DeMonte Kiss comes in motion, setting up a triple left formation, 4th and 6 for Laurel Highlands. Need this one. Snap comes back to Rod. They're all coming after him, bringing the house. Flushed out here to the near side. He's looking to run a little cutback. Rod inside the 30 as a first down at the 25. Still on his feet inside the 20. Another spin move inside the 15. He won't go down. Finally brought down at the 12-yard line. What a run again from Rod. Added to the highlight reel tape. 25-yard run for Laurel Highlands, first down on 4th and 6. They're going to help him off the field.
Absolutely unbelievable. Gallagher slow to get up again. You wonder, is he playing possum? He did that the last time. He was slow to get up. And the next thing you know, almost intercepted the pass there.
I want to put Soltis maybe in here for a play just to settle down Rod. But he's back up into the huddle. They haven't reset the play clock yet. Now it's finally rolling. So the Mustangs giving a little time here. Well, 1st and 10 here at the TJ 14-yard line. Again, going empty. A little banana bunch out to the right of Rod, in tight. Twin receivers to the far side again in tight as Rod takes the snap. They're coming after him again. Throws down the field into double coverage, and that pass was intercepted. Picked off there by Volumino.
Yeah, and that was a mistake by Rod there. Just floated it up. Really nobody to throw it to. It looked like triple coverage there on the receiver.
So Volumino with the interception. TJ takes over. We're back in 30 seconds. Jags up 28-3 here on the CR Brada Group High School Sports Night. Lexi and TJ go to work from their own 5-yard line, and that little screen pass that was intended in the flat there from McLean Flynn might have been deflected down at the line, falls incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Got some extracurricular and some flags thrown. Didn't see who was tangled up down there. I think it was number 55 for the Mustangs. Is that Tucker?
Jaden Tucker, only a sophomore.
So Tucker battling it out with, wasn't sure who it was from TJ, but let's see what the call is.
Personal foul.
Personal foul against the Mustangs. Oh, they're going to offset them.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, because they both were going at it pretty good.
Now bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and it looked like, I think it was the left guard. It might have been Peyton Kruger, for Thomas Jefferson. So now it looks like wholesale changes here.
Seeing a lot of lightning out there in the Brownsville area. And we're playing football here at Laurel Highlands tonight. 2nd and 10. Line of scrimmage, the Jags 5-yard line. Inside handoff, and the Mustangs plugging up Lippincott rather well there. Just a 1-yard carry. And check that, Tony. They actually went to Eckley, the fullback, Isaac Eckley, getting his first carry, and he's hobbling.
Yeah, he kind of got spun around there a little bit, and he's going to go down, and we're going to have an injury timeout.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services injury timeout. Brought to you by the Centers for Rehab Services, the leaders in physical therapy. Visit physical therapist Jim Burns on Wayland Smith Drive or phone 724-437-7500. The Centers for Rehab Services relief is closer than you think. So Eckley down. We'll step aside for a quick 30-second timeout with Thomas Jefferson leading Laurel Highlands 28-3 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Personal injury can come in many forms. No matter what your injury, the attorneys at Davis & Davis will personally meet with you to discuss your case, just like we have over the last 40 years. Trust your case to a local, experienced legal team. Trust Davis & Davis.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Next man up. Yep.
Yeah, they're extremely deep. There's no doubt about it. I mean, just a ton of talent. Probably half of those kids on the sideline can start for probably half of the teams on the WPIAL right now.
But still, you don't want to just keep losing kids, especially these seniors.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
For another deep run. Winners of a state championship a year ago, actually two-time defending state champs. Looking for another run here in 2021.
I saw an interesting number. Chirpak actually has an .858 winning percentage in his coaching career here.
Scoreboard says 2nd and 10. It's actually 3rd and 10, and they're going to pull it down and look to run, and they'll have a first down here from Joe Lexi. Look out here. Lexi down the near sideline. He'll finally go out of bounds here. The Thomas Jefferson 45-yard line, 40-yard run for Lexi on a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and just pulled it down. Had nobody to throw it to. Good coverage there by the Laurel Highlands Mustangs secondary, but Lexi smart enough to pull it down and get 40 yards and pick up another first down for Thomas Jefferson.
Actually, 41-yard run. They spotted at the Thomas Jefferson 46. Ball in the near hash mark. 9:13 left here in the third. Jags up 28-3 over the Mustangs. Lexi back under center. Two high backs behind him. Twin receivers to the far side. Single coverage to the near side. With Lexi under center. Takes the snap. Handoff goes to Lippincott. He's hit in the backfield and dropped. It was Caden Friel that made the tackle defensively there for Laurel Highlands. Results in a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, great penetration there by Friel. And Lippincott really no place to go once he got the handoff.
Lippincott impressive running the football in the first half, but the Mustangs stopping there for 5, maybe 6-yard loss on the play. And Lippincott had 67 yards, now back down to 62.
Yep, I'm going to give him a 5-yard loss there, so 10 carries. 62 yards. And again, Thomas Jefferson just taking their time, running clock.
Up 25, play clock down to 14. 8:36 left here in the third. And the Mustangs next week will finish off their 3-game stretch against Myrtle Row, taking on McKee Sports.
That's a great description right there.
It's rough. Little play fake. Look out here. Alexi's airing it deep, and once again on the run, it's Sean Sullivan. Will take it down inside the 5 and get ripped down at the 3-yard line. And that'll go as a 57-yard gain. Lexi to Sullivan, who hooked up on the initial play from scrimmage on a 73-yard touchdown pass, and that one almost went for pay dirt as well.
Yeah, so now Sullivan 3 catches, 139 yards, and as you mentioned, that 73-yard touchdown pass. Now Lexi, 187 yards passing.
This could end up being a 95-yard drive. Started at the TJ 5-yard line, now down to the Laurel Highlands 3. Go inside again, Lexi under center. Lippincott dotting the I. Double tights on the line, single coverage out to the far side. And Lexi, handoff, Lippincott was hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's going nowhere. Ran into a wall of Mustangs. You had Brad Smith there, along with John Deek and Hunter Hines, all combining, bringing Lippincott down.
We're going to say it's a 0-yard gain there for Lippincott.
2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. 7:28 left on a running clock here in the third quarter. Score remains the same for now, 28-3. Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands. Jags now go back out of the shotgun. Lexi, a protector, back to each side. Await the snap. It comes back. He'll run a little option to the far side, pull it down, and he'll get in for a Thomas Jefferson touchdown. Joe Lexi increasing the Jags lead to 34-3, and for Lexi, that's his 3rd touchdown run of the night, and also his 10th touchdown run of the season.
And he just picks it up at the right time there. Brian ran off right tackle again, was wide open. Similar play that we saw in the first half when he scored on the other end of the field.
Score occurs at the 7:06 mark of the third quarter, and now Andy Graham, who's 4 for 4 on extra points, will try to make it 5 for 5. And the Mustangs' only points coming on a Harry Ratcliffe field goal. And that field goal, Tony, was the first points the Mustangs have gotten off of TJ since 2015. Been shut out 5 straight games against the Jags. Won't be shut out tonight. Now Graham adds the extra points to make it 35-3. Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands. 7:06 left here in the third. We're back at 60 here on the CR Brada Group High School Sports Night.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Did you know that colorectal cancer is the 2nd leading cancer killer in America, or that it can be prevented by removing polyps during a 30-minute colonoscopy? At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologists, Drs. Ruth Hart, Calabrese, Hoppy, and I, encourage you to consider a screening colonoscopy. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialists.com.
We're back here at Mustang Field. By the way, the Bell Vernon Ringgold game still in a lightning delay. Devin Whitlock, uncharacteristically, Tony, 3 fumbles in the game. And Bell Vernon's lost 3 linemen in the game due to injury.
Wow. And hence the reason it's only a 7-point game.
Correct. Here it's 35-3. Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands. Kickoff going back to Matt Lucas, half the field, and he does on the run. Lucas has the 15-20. He'll get run out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Lucas with a late flag coming in here. Might be a late hit there on the Jags. We'll wait and see. And the Mustangs will have their football senior night next Friday. Lucas will get honored twice this coming week. He'll also get honored on Monday when the Laurel Highlands soccer team has a senior night against Albert Gallatin. That'll be a 6:30 start with senior night festivities starting at 6 o'clock. I see our buddy John Hudock walking by tonight as well, Tony.
And I'm sure you're on the game Monday, right?
I am on the game Monday night for the South Union Township Sports Network. Also, the Laurel Highlands girls tomorrow, their soccer program, a must-win game for a playoff spot against Greensburg-Salem. 12:30 start, and that'll be on the South Union Township Sports Network as well.
Busy weekend for you,
yes,
Brian.
Busy weekend. Been busy the last couple weeks. We enjoy it, though.
Oh, yeah. Nothing better than high school sports.
Laurel Highlands will start this drive at the Mustang 39-yard line after the personal foul penalty, and the Mustangs will take a timeout. 7:02 left here in the third, 35-3 Jags. We're back in 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Two-yard run as we come back for Dan Carney across the right side of the line. So Carney picks up 2, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. 6:48 left here in the third, 35-3. All Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands. Mustangs appear to be on their way to dropping their second straight game and falling to 5-2 overall, 2-2 in the conference. With a win, CJ would improve to 4-1 overall and 2-1 in conference play. And depending on what happens next week, Tony, could end up shaking out where we're going to have a game for a playoff spot against Trinity in a few weeks.
Yeah, I was going to say, Brian, you started out 5-0 and was playing extremely well, and like you said, ran into Murderer's Row, and I don't think any coach would want to play Belle Vernon, Thomas Jefferson, and McKeesport back to back to back.
Just from the psychological standpoint, what it does to your body as well. Play fake. Carney just got run over, and he didn't have the football, and Rod gets back to the line of scrimmage. But Carney got lit as they went after him because they thought he had the ball.
He did get lit. I felt bad for him there. Gallagher with a fantastic play fake. Rod able to pick up just a couple on the rush.
They're going to sub Carney, I think, just to make sure his head's still there.
Yeah.
That's sometimes the bad thing when you have a quarterback that pulls off the type of fakes that Rod does. If you don't get the football, sometimes they come after you.
And Rod now, 0 gain on that carry as well.
3rd and 9 from the Laurel Highlands 40. Twin receivers to each side. You got Friel as a tight end on the right side of the line. Rod out of the gun. He hangs in the pocket. Again, they come after him. Fakes to his right. Goes back to his left. Pulls it down. Looks to run. Tries to spin forward. He'll end up getting sacked about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And Rod again slow in getting up as they help him off the turf. Now bring up 4th down and a likely punting situation here for the Mustangs.
Well, you're almost at the point here now, Brian, where do you continue to play Rod in the rest of this game? I mean, I highly doubt that you're going to come back.
No, I'd give Soltis some reps here the rest of the way. Why not?
Yeah, you know what? Give Soltis, give Duke a couple reps. I mean, take Rod out. I mean, he's gotten physically punished in this game so far, and I would just not take a chance. I mean, you're right. They're going to have a playoff team. It may come down to that Trinity game, which
you want to make sure you have some bodies.
Right. I mean, you already know that Hooper's out. You got Allen out. You've already lost a couple of huge players.
They're coming after Diamond. Gets this one away. On the far side, fair catch called for at the 37-yard line there from Volaminos. That's where TJ will start 1st and 10 when we come back. 35-3 Jags are back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night. Back here at Mustang Field, Thomas Jefferson takes over at their own 38-yard line. They'll go back to Lippincott on the ground, who will take it up to the 41, 3-yard gain there. And, of course, if Thomas Jefferson gets a score on this drive, that'll enact the continuous clock the rest of the way. We're down to 4:10 left here in the third.
Yeah, and again, you would expect Thomas Jefferson to keep the ball on the ground, to eat up clock. And they had no problem doing that in that second quarter, and I'm sure they can run out this whole 4 minutes here in this third quarter. And you're right, a score would make it a running clock.
Stay tuned after the game for the Triple Live Scoreboard Show with Don Rebel on the WNBS side. Going until midnight tonight. Always fun on the way home, too. Listen to all the scores around the WPIAL and checking on all the game recaps. Second and 7. Flags coming in. What do we got? Timeout, TJ. The TJ takes a timeout with 3:33 left here in the third, up 35-3. We're back in 60 from the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage. It's not.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. We thank Doug for joining the crew, though, tonight. Actually a member of the Thomas Jefferson School District. And here's another big run on the ground for Joe Lexi, the Thomas Jefferson quarterback, taking it back inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line. So Lexi, line of scrimmage was the 41, and Lexi picking up 35 yards for another TJ first down.
And Lexi with a couple big runs here in this second half, a 40-yarder and a 35-yarder. And now another first down. That's the 11th first down for Thomas Jefferson in his game tonight.
And in past years, you've seen TJ as being a quick strike team, and you go back to that opening drive of the second quarter where they ran almost 9 minutes off the clock.
Yeah. And now Lexi over 100 yards, 8 carries for 103 yards.
3 touchdowns rushing. Has now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Might be able to get another one on this drive. He's out of the gun. Lippincott back to his right, looking to put it up. Plenty of time. Now it collapses, and he gets sacked. Dual sack there defensively as Daniel Carney, along with Billy Barton, both got to Lexi.
And Barton a little shaken up. And I got a feeling Barton might have caught one a little south of the border.
Yes,
there.
yes. And the sun don't shine.
Yeah, a little south of the border. So he's, you can see the coach is kind of giving a chuckle, although he's not laughing, that's for sure.
He'll feel all right in 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Second and 16, and TJ's done a nice job to escape from these situations throughout the course of the night. Laurel Highlands has not been able to stop Thomas Jefferson on any series so far this evening. More of a traditional set here. 2 I-backs, wideouts each side. Tight end on the right side of the line. Play fake to Lippincott. Lexi rolling to the far side. They're coming after him from behind. Throws on the run, and he has a man down on the far sideline for a minimal gain. And for the second time tonight, goes back to the tight end, Jordan Mayer. Mayer had a touchdown grab right before halftime.
Yeah, we're going to give Mayer 9 on that catch, though.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 7. 1:53 left here in the third quarter.
And as you said, still a running clock. Thomas Jefferson just taking their time. Play clock only at 30, so they are going to take their time, no doubt. And that last play took Lexi, the play before that, took him back under 100 yards.
Line of scrimmage now, the Laurel Highlands 23. And you have Lexi out of the gun, and what do we got here?
I think it's going to be a timeout, Thomas
Another
Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson timeout. Take it as well. 1:53 left here in the third. 35-3 Jags over the Mustangs are back in 60 on the CR Brada Group High School Sports Night.
Personal injury can come in many forms. No matter what your injury, the attorneys at Davis & Davis will personally meet with you to discuss your case, just like we have over the last 40 years. Trust your case to a local, experienced legal team. Trust Davis & Davis.
Back here at Mustang Field, Thomas Jefferson driving again, facing a 3rd and 6, 1:53 left here in the third quarter. Lexi takes the snap. Again, they're coming after him, and he gets hit before he released the football. And they'll rule this a sack as well. First Mustang to get to him there, John Deek.
John Deek, nice pressure, just shot the gap right up the middle. And he was on Lexi before he even had a chance to look at any receivers. So nice job by the Mustangs defense there. 9-yard loss.
This will be the first 4th down that Thomas Jefferson will face all night.
And that's hard to believe.
It'll be 4th and 14, line of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 32.
And the Mustangs looking for a big stop here.
TJ is going to try to go for it, 4th and 14. Lexi out of the gun. Hangs in the pocket, now steps up, looks to run, comes forward.
Nice tackle.
Only gets down to the 25. Jaden Tucker with the tackle defensively for Laurel Highlands. So the Mustangs will take over on downs when we come back. 35-3, Jags over the Mustangs are back in 30 here on the CR Brada Group High School Sports Night. Back here at Mustang Field, Laurel Highlands with a football back, and a quick throw here on the near side to Jaden Pratt at the 30-yard line, and Pratt picking up 7. Bring up 2nd down and 3.
Pratt, another nice catch there. Just went up a little bit higher than the defender and made the catch. He now has 3 catches for 42 yards. That one took Rodney to 100 yards passing.
Had a nice night.
Yeah,
Even though he's been banged up a little bit, he's still been productive on some of these drives. Laurel Highlands has been unable to punch it in for a touchdown, but Rod's added a few to his highlight film. Looking to put it up here. Flushed out to the far side, throws on the run down the field, has Keandre DeShields at the 45, picking up 14, and another Mustang first down. Might be the final play of the third quarter. Mustangs down 32 at 35-3, but looking to drive again.
Yeah, and I think you're right. It's going to be the last play of the first.
They'll tick the
third
clock
quarter.
down. And we'll head to the fourth quarter. 35-3. Jags over the Mustangs are back in 60. From the CR Brada Group High School Sports Night on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Smith, Lewis, and Chess, CPAs in Uniontown. We'd like to wish the Laurel Highlands boys football team and their coaches on having a successful football season this year.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. Laurel Highlands Mustangs getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Ball on their own 45-yard line, a 2nd and 3.
Couple nice gains here on this play. It's actually 1st and 10. They had that completion down the field.
You are correct.
A 1st and 10 from their own 45, and Rod trying to spin off a couple of defenders. About 3 Jags coming after him here, and this will be a 17-yard loss back to the 27-yard line.
Well, and Rod, just really no place to go. And I'm not so sure I would keep him in this game at this point.
No, we talked about that earlier as well.
No, you know what? It's not worth it at this point. What are you going to do? You're going to score a touchdown? It's not going to do anything for you in this game. I mean, pull him out, let him get fresh for next week. You got a huge game here at home against McKeesport. Let him rest up a little bit and keep him from getting beaten up this whole fourth quarter.
Some of you folks on the Facebook Live feed, we welcome you back. Apologize on the WMBS Facebook Live feed. Lost the feed there for a couple minutes. Don't know why that happens. It's some of the Wi-Fi. I know they've talked about, Tony, getting us some permanent Wi-Fi up here at Laurel Highlands. Hasn't happened yet, but they have for the basketball season, which helps out the broadcast.
Yeah, actually.
Welcome the folks back in.
Yeah, I'll give my brother a shout-out. He's watching in Arlington, Virginia. That's what he just texted me. He goes, the stream went out. I said, oh, don't worry. Brian's on it, man.
Yeah, it's back on here. Again, we appreciate you joining us. And a lot of those times, when those streams go out, it's out of our control, Wi-Fi issues. 2nd and 27. Rod with a pass to Matt Lucas down to the 34. Ends up going as a 7-yard gain, but Laurel Highlands will still be facing a 3rd and long, and that sack was a 17-yard loss.
Yeah, and that's tough. Gallagher, again, scrambling for his life. Looking to the sideline now to get the play from Coach Colasar. The clock running now. We're closing in on 11 minutes to go in this fourth quarter.
3rd down and long. They have it up as 3rd and 22. Try to work to get our score hub back if you're on the WMBS side as well. We lost that when we lost our Wi-Fi. Mustangs going empty. Rod out of the gun. Coming after him again. Flushed out to the far side. And he'll throw on the run. Coming back. And did he make the catch? What's the call here? Haven't seen a signal?
They have not seen a signal. They're going to call it a completion. Referee marked it there, yeah.
7-yard gain on 3rd and 22, so it'll still be 4th and 15.
And that was Jaden Pratt with the catch. So Pratt with a 7-yard gain. And that's his 4th catch of the night for 49 yards.
As we'll keep the offense out here, I would think. On 4th and 15.
Yeah, at this point.
Down 35-3.
And you know that Thomas Jefferson just going to pin their ears back and try to bull rush this offensive line by the Mustangs.
Laurel Highlands going empty again. Snap coming back to Ron. They're coming after him. Flushed out to the near side. Nothing there. Goes back to the far side. He's so elusive. Directs traffic down the field. Trying to send Jaden Pratt down for it. And Jaden unable to come up with it. Good coverage defensively there from Ryan Lowry for Thomas Jefferson. So the Jags will take over here on downs. 9:52 left here in the fourth. And we're back in 30 seconds here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night. Back here at Mustang Field, Jaden Pratt a little shaken up, being attended to on the near sidelines. Hope he's all right. And Lippincott with another carry here for Thomas Jefferson, spinning forward for a first down, getting 11 down to the Mustang 29.
Yeah, Lippincott showing that he's got the tools, too, to be a good running back here for this Thomas Jefferson team.
35-3, Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands.
Got 13 carries for 76 yards in this game.
An opportunity to go over 100.
Yeah, and
Lexi 3 rushing touchdowns.
3 rushing touchdowns. He was over 100, but then he got sacked, and he lost a couple yards, so he's back at 95 right now.
Had a couple nice passes down the field as well to Sullivan. One going for the touchdown on the initial play from scrimmage. Pitch going back here again to Lippincott inside the 30, inside the 25, still going inside the 20, breaking a couple of tackles inside the 10. And Lippincott, another nice run, getting 24 down at the 6-yard line. So he's approaching 100.
He's at it right now. 14 carries, 100 yards
right
even.
on the nose, yep. He got his 100 yards, so he doesn't have a negative gain here as we go under 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And TJ, for what's left of this game, has an opportunity to enact the running clock the rest of the way.
Well, the problem is right now, Brian, this Mustang defense has been on the field a long time in this game. Second quarter especially, but even in the second half, the Mustangs with a couple 3-and-outs or losing it on down, so they've been out there for a long time, and they've got to be exhausted right about now.
Well, back to an I set here. Pitch going back to Lippincott, and he's trying to turn the corner. He does so and gets into the end zone for a Thomas Jefferson touchdown. So Lippincott, a 6-yard touchdown run. The backup tailback, Elias Lippincott, over 100 yards, and that's back-to-back weeks, Tony, where backup tailbacks have had big games against Laurel Highlands running the football.
Well, that's true, yeah, but I will tell you this much. I mean, Lippincott may be a backup, and he's a sophomore as well. We saw Gettico last week, and now Lippincott this week. So guess what? Thomas Jefferson and Bell Vernon both with 2 studs that are going to be coming back for them in the next couple years.
Graham adds the extra points to make it 42-3. TJ over Laurel Highlands, 8:26 left in regulation. We're back in 60 for the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage. It's not.
Back here at Mustang Field on Thomas Jefferson right now. Jags a 42-3 lead over the Mustangs. 8:26 left in regulation. Elias Lippincott, 6-yard touchdown run occurring at the 8:26 mark of the fourth quarter. Graham adding an extra point, only a 3-play, 40-yard drive after the Mustangs turn the football over on downs. We'll have a running clock the rest of the way. Probably see some youngsters in on both sides. Usually that's what happens. Get up 35, start making the subs. It's Lucas looking for another run back here on the far side. Runs out of bounds there right around the 21-yard line. So Laurel Highlands will start 1st and 10. Don't put Rod back out there now. He's coming back out.
What are you going to take this chance for, Richie?
Rolling the dice.
Nah.
He's a gambling man, I guess. I don't know.
He can roll the Billy dice, but not the dice with this. Don't put your season in jeopardy.
Now 42-3. Run on the clock here, 8:15 left in regulation.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, bring in subs, give them a shot. You know what? If they can even show you something against a very good Thomas Jefferson team, it motivates them as well. And maybe they do something for you for the rest of this year.
And 42-3, Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands. Little jet sweep action coming here on the near side. That's Jaden Pratt. Pratt run out of bounds right around the 28-yard line.
Pratt, a little nice move there to jump, avoid the tackle.
7-yard gain. Again, apologize for some of the folks on the WNBS side. We lost our score hub. We had a little internet outage. It is 42-3. Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands. We have 7:28 left here in the fourth quarter.
I think it was the Russians.
It might have been. Who knows?
I think.
It's one of those things we just can't figure out. Works great for 3 hours, and all of a sudden, just a random outage, and then comes back, works fine.
I don't know.
It happens all the time. It's easier to figure out. When it happens sporadically like that, you never know. A little quick screen going out there in the flat to DeMonte Kiss. Minimal gain. Maybe got a yard down to the 29. I'll bring up third down and short.
He's not jumping up too quick either.
No. Like these hits that these Jags deliver, they hurt.
Oh, my.
DeMonte not a big guy, though, either on the Laurel Highlands side. They list him at 5'11", 155, and that might be generous.
Only a 1 yard gain on that pass. So he'd get punished really for nothing.
6:37 now left here in the fourth. Third and three.
Yeah, and it looked like he was a little shaken up. They're going to pull him out of the game. Kiss. And he missed part of the game last week. Actually, all the game last week, right, against Bell Vernon. Because we were wondering why he was on the sideline. And big difference in the defensive secondary. He's a nice safety for them.
Third and short. Coming after Rod again. Flushed out to the far side. Now trying to come back to the near side. Dancing everywhere. And he'll get sacked back at the 15-yard line. 13-yard loss on the play. We're joking around. Got a comment during the last timeout that Rod has 600 yards rushing today, but only 30 yards gained. He's run around a lot out there tonight trying to make plays for Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, actually right now, in that first half, he had 11 carries for 27 yards. Second half, adding them all together, he's got 16 carries for 19 yards. So it really hasn't been too productive for him in this second half. And Rod's taking a beating as well. So now you got a fourth down. Sending Diamond in the punt.
Yeah, it's 4th and 13, and you're back at your own 19-yard line with 5:25 left in regulation. Diamond standing in his own 5-yard line. Clean snap coming back. They're coming after him again. These two teams still playing a lot of starters out there. Fair catch, though, calling it the 42 by Thomas Jefferson's Angelo Volamino. Take another quick 30-second timeout. 5:14 left in regulation. 42-3 Jags here in the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Night. Playing this one out tonight at Mustang Field, 42-3. Thomas Jefferson leading Laurel Highlands. We go under 5 minutes left here in regulation.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing some subs now for Thomas Jefferson.
Alexi was the starting quarterback. He's out. New quarterback in there is Cooper Camberis, number 6.
Handing it off to somebody else, too. Let's see who's getting off the back.
It's 38. That would be Michael Banda, sophomore running back. There's a lot of new names out there that weren't even on our depth chart. So Cooper Camberis seeing some reps. Brian Yorchik had the last tackle there for Laurel Highlands defensively.
And we'll give Band a 1 yard gain.
Now 2nd and 9. And the Mustang 41. Now back on the ground again. And some hard running that time for Caden Dethorn, number 44. He's only a freshman. Doesn't look like it.
A big fella.
He was able to pick up 6 down to the 35-yard line to bring up 3rd down and 3 with 3:42 left on our running clock here in the fourth quarter.
You know, and I will say this too, Brian. We've seen Thomas Jefferson play Laurel Highlands a lot of games, and Coach Turpak really never does run up the score.
No.
We'll give him a lot of credit for that. You know, once he knows it's pretty much in hand, he brings in a lot of his subs, and it's a good thing to see, especially in high school sports.
Another handoff there, getting tripped up down to the 30-yard line. Went back to Banda again. Banda should have enough there. He does for another TJ first down. And we talked during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. You talk domination. Thomas Jefferson with this win. Now 28-0 all-time against Laurel Highlands. The Mustangs did, though, break their 5 straight shutouts coming into this game. The last time Laurel Highlands scored against the Jags was 2015. But still, you would think, during that span that Laurel Highlands would have stole one at some point.
Exactly.
You had some closer games if you look at the series history, especially back in the 1970s. But as of late, most of the games have been dominated by Thomas Jefferson. Just haven't been too many close ones at all. And they'll go back to the ground here inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. On that run was Bryce Heller. So Heller getting the carry, but in recent history, the closest score, the 2015 final, was 40-14. These two teams met 3 times in the WPIAL playoffs, all dominated by TJ. And 02 was 70-6, 07 56-7, 09 51-7. I think our cameraman Billy Dice might have played in that 02 game. But they went from 79 to 02 without playing. But the scores in the 70s were close. The 79 beating 14-0 at a 15-7 TJ win back in 77 after TJ won in 78 by forfeit. And they're going back this time now to 44. That's Dethorne again, the freshman, down to the 16-yard line, 8-yard gain and another Thomas Jefferson first down. Back at 73, Thomas Jefferson won 20-16. Also, they had a 4-point win in 1970, 16-12. Schools met for the first time back in 1967. TJ won 34-6.
Well, you must say, though, the way that Coach Cherpak runs his program, I mean, I know that he's really got the feeder programs in the lower levels, getting them ready for the high school action, and he's done a fantastic job with this program all the way around.
Graduate of Pitt, and our own Doug Saltzman actually told us, Tony, a little tidbit. What did Coach Cherpak do before he was the athletic director, teacher, and football coach? He was a funeral director. Yes, he was a funeral director.
He's put the nail in a few coffins here in high school football, no doubt.
Final minute, 42-3. TJ just running up the middle here. I'll take a knee here late.
Yeah, that was Banda again. Looks like he picked up about 5.
He's now the full-time athletic director at Thomas Jefferson, of course, football coach, and you win the way he's won here over the years. No reason to change things up at all.
No, I was looking. He's been coaching since 1995. He's got a 284-47 record.
Wow.
Not bad.
He'll take a knee here with the backup quarterback, Cam Barris, and that will do it. Your final score, Thomas Jefferson 42, Laurel Highlands 3. Stay tuned for our post-game show. Brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer, working hard for the residents of South Union Township. Comes your way next. We'll have our first Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County Super Play of the game. And, of course, all of your post-game stats as well, brought to you by the Radcliffe Law Firm. So we're back with a post-game in just a moment. 42-3, your final score. Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands here on WMBS, South Union Township Sports Network, Facebook Live, and the Triple I High School Sports Network.
Some things just go together, like bread and butter, blue jeans and Saturdays, best friends and phone calls. And a great match? You and discounts from Erie Insurance. It's like this. Safety features in your car will have you paying less for your auto insurance. And pay off your Erie auto policy all at once, and you'll save up to 7% more. On your homeowner's policy, you earn discounts that start at age 46 and go up each time you celebrate a birthday. There are more discounts, too, for things like home safety features and even teenage drivers. And the savings keep adding up. When you have your auto and home covered with Erie, you get a discount. Buy a life policy with us, and the savings can get even better. At Erie Insurance, above all in service means making life a little easier on you and on your wallet. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. Your local Erie agent is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Discount terms and amounts may vary by state. See your local Erie agent for details.
Getting collection calls, finding bills in the mail you can't pay. Are you expecting shutoff or foreclosure notices? If you're in financial trouble, you need to know that there is help under the law that will help protect you and your assets. Hi, this is Attorney Chuck Zebley with Zebley, Mahalav & White. Allow us to help you protect yourself. If you're in debt and have no way out, let us help you understand your options under the federal bankruptcy laws. Filing bankruptcy is not the end of the road. For many, it's a fresh start and a new beginning. So give our office a call today, 724-439-9200, or visit our website at zeblaw.com. Zebley, Mahalav & White in Uniontown, local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life.
Zebley, Mahalav & White. It's gonna be alright.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Did you know that colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer in America, or that it can be prevented by removing polyps during a 30-minute colonoscopy? At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologists, Drs. Ruthart Calabrese Hoppy and I, encourage you to consider a screening colonoscopy. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialists.com.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases, but most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation, and there are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Phone 724-437-2799.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
42-3 your final score. Thomas Jefferson defeats Laurel Highlands tonight. The Jags improve overall to 4-1, 2-1 in Big 8 conference play. The loss drops Laurel Highlands to 5-2 overall. They fall to 2-2 in conference play. Again, our post-game show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Robert Schiffbauer, working hard for the residents of South Union Township. We'll start first with our first Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County super play of the game, and it was your first offensive play from scrimmage.
And it will be Lexi out of the shotgun, has Murga off to his left, triple left formation to the wide side of the field on this 1st and 10. Snap taken by Lexi, hangs in the pocket, single coverage, and Sullivan beat his man, and he's on the loose inside the 30, inside the 20, and Sullivan on the opening play from scrimmage will take it for a Jefferson touchdown from 73 yards out. Lexi to Sullivan.
That kind of set the tone, Tony. And I think Laurel Highlands maybe expected a lot of running early on. They got single coverage there with Sullivan. Home run ball, first play from scrimmage, and TJ really cruised from there.
TJ cruised from there, and as we said, having 2 weeks to prep, and I'm sure that Coach Cherpak was expecting Laurel Highlands to look for the run, and just came out, nice little play-action fake, and Lexi had a wide-open Sullivan behind the defense, and quick strike offense for Thomas Jefferson, something we're really not used to seeing, as you said, because they're grinding the ball out on the ground most of the time. But quick strike and jumped out early and really set the tone for the game.
Let's take a look at the final stats brought to you by the Radcliffe Law Firm.
Well, let's look at the victorious Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. Passing-wise, Joe Lexi was 8 for 12, 195 yards and 2 touchdowns. Sean Sullivan, his favorite target, had 3 catches for 139 yards and a touchdown, as you mentioned, on that 73-yard pass. Elias Lippin caught 3 catches for 41 yards. Jordan Mayer, 2 catches for 16 yards, one of those being a 7-yard touchdown pass. Rushing-wise, Lexi, 11 carries for 95 yards and 3 touchdowns, one from a yard, another one from 3 yards out, and another one from 3 yards out. Bryce Heller had 1 carry for 7 yards. Connor Murga, 2 carries for 7 yards before he injured that left ankle. Michael Banda in relief, 3 runs for 10 yards. Elias Lippincott, 15 carries for 106 yards off the bench in place of the injured Murga, and he had 1 touchdown on a 6-yard run. Sean Sullivan, 1 carry for 10 yards. Isaac Eckley, 1 carry for 1 yard, and Caden Dethorn, 2 carries for 14 yards. Thomas Jefferson ran 56 offensive plays. They had 195 yards passing, 250 yards rushing for a total of 445 yards. 5 penalties for 55 yards, and they had no turnovers in the game. For the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, Rodney Gallagher, passing-wise, 10 completions on 20 attempts for 129 yards. He did throw 1 interception. Keandre DeShields had 2 catches for 49 yards. Jaden Pratt, the leading receiver, 4 catches for 49 yards. Matt Lucas, 2 catches for 30. And DeMonte Kiss, 1 catch for 1 yard. Rushing-wise, Gallagher had 16 carries for 19 yards. And as you mentioned, Brian, ran for his life a long time here tonight and spent a lot of yards to gain 19. Dan Carney, 3 carries for 6 yards, and Jaden Pratt, 1 carry for 7 yards. The Mustangs ran 40 offensive plays, 129 yards passing, 32 yards rushing for 161 yards of total offense. They had 3 penalties for 25 yards, and that was all in the first half. And they had that 1 turnover, which was the interception thrown by Gallagher. So outgained yardage-wise, 445 to 161, and tough to win any type of game like that.
Yeah, tough one for the Mustangs. Won't get any easier next week taking on McKeesport. We're back with a final word from Mustang Field. Again, your final score, Thomas Jefferson 42, Laurel Highlands 3. To 3, your final score. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. They'll call me back on this side too. Hang on. 42-3, your final score. Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands. Tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Robert Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith and his staff. And Brian Morozak with Tony Hanola and Jerry Dupay. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation.